to welcome you all. This is London. Let's go through. We have a great, I'd say, T setup today. We're going to go through all the details on several coins, guys. It was an amazing day yesterday in terms of USDT. It just got a bounce. We're going to go over Dogecoin. We're going to go over Bitcoin, which just got a rejection. We're going to go over SHI. We're going over Luna, Rune, GMT, which is a front runner on this rejection today, and Origin Protocol. In addition, we may also go over several coins, guys. Today we'll be going over some additional coins that really received some price action yesterday. Synthetics did extremely well. It is still on the map. Lena did nicely. Also, Jasmine and Store J are on the maps. In addition, XCAD and Lux are in, I'd say, in the picture, guys, in terms of that. I want to shout out to Sean. Sean, my man, nice to have you here. VIP in the house. Let me go ahead and get in the chat and say what's up to you. Hope you guys have been doing well. Sean just got his New York Institute of Finance book. Yes, indeed. Check this out, guys. This is exciting news for us. Check this out. Look at Sean. Where's Sean at? Where are you at, Sean? Boom. Look at that. Boom. What's up, Sean? Nice to see the New York Institute of Finance, Technical Analysis of the Financial Markets. That is the book. Right, in terms of TA, that is the book. In terms of, for instance, the return to the moving average that we're seeing right now, it's in the book, right? In terms of the pattern formation here, the descending triangle, that was on GMT. In terms of a pattern formation being the descending triangle on Bitcoin, right? It's in the book, right? Essentially why traders don't prefer these, okay? In terms of the Bitcoin pricing, all this stuff, guys, is going to be in the book. We're seeing a very interesting rebound right now on USDT.D. It was in a triangulation. I had scoped this out for us to, and shout out to you, Sean. That's just an awesome photo. We love that photo. I'm going to sit here and say, look at the action on USDT.D. VIP Sean. We put that. Boom. Hope you guys are doing awesome. Got some great pictures also from Angel today. Angel, awesome pictures, brother. Not sure you're here yet. Those are some sweet pictures, man. Looks like Angel was dressed to the nines, looking good. Great pictures of you and Eden Rain. And just so you guys know, it's just VIP, guys. We're real people. We stay involved. It's how we roll. So I appreciate the personal touch you guys put on things. So USDT.D is rebounding from a coil right now. You see this symmetrical triangulation. BTC just did this, didn't it? It just finished doing this in a coil formation, and it decided to go kind of with a surprise rebound. We're seeing that right now on USDT.D. That's Tether dominance. You guys know Tether goes up, right? If Tether were to move up, then Bitcoin, and it's typically Bitcoin, I'll say typically Bitcoin, but your crypto prices overall should go down if Tether rebounds like this. This is the 30-minute time frame, so an interesting rebound there, coinciding well with this specific move on BTC. Okay, now Bitcoin's had a huge rebound, guys, and all things put aside, this was a heck of a catch. Exciting to have brought this to you guys in terms of that golden pocket on the 4-hourly. That's a huge catch, guys. While the world went kind of in 50 different directions, bam, huge move in terms of just focusing in on that golden pocket. Just to remind ourselves, what was it on the 4-hourly, right? On the 4-hourly. And as you scope in, Sean, you just put some stuff in the back in terms of the specific price targets and specific Fibonacci's, etc. Understand there's always another level. Zoom out always, low to high. This one on the 4-hourly that I brought you guys on that specific, specific video. And let's just dig in. You guys also, this is great. Just a reminder, never to be overexposed. You guys know that. Now, in terms of BTC, what would be optimal here? We have a flat top here. If buyers can step in with an ascending support line here at all, okay, this is going to be on the 5-minute. If the buyers can step in on this level here and create an ascending line of demand, ascending line of support, then we could fashion an ascending triangle in this zone, the flat top. And I'll say, guys, we're almost flat. You guys know consistently on a daily basis, we are hunting flat tops. How flat can it get? We're always looking for a flat top. It's hugely important. Buyers will assess that, okay? In addition, they're going to be assessing, and I'll say assess it to see if they want to power in and create that demand framework with the ascending line of support. The more flat that this is across the top, the better indication it is that buyers may want to step in. The pattern designation that we're looking at will make a difference, okay? The descending triangle is a tough pattern to beat, guys. Typically, it's a bearish pattern, so that you know that. I think you guys know that. But descending triangle, descending line of resistance, It's the inability of the buyers, continued inability of buyers to push in, with the sellers being successful in establishing this consistent floor level, the flat bottom here. So to the extent that we see an ascension here, it becomes critical. We could see kind of a battle between the bulls and the bears right here. Anytime you see that, guys, and the more flat, the better, guys. We want to see that flat top, bam. So we could have a contradiction here. Assuming, and this is where you have to, if you're not engaged in a trade, this would be a great time to watch, right? To prepare for your next potential trade. I'll say that if you can. I'd say that if you caught this golden pocket on the bottom, guys, if you scheduled into this golden pocket on BTC, if you hit that golden pocket on the 4 hourly, congratulations. If you did so after I brought the video, I'm extremely excited. Okay, that golden pocket is played. If you hit that on leverage, I am thrilled. I'm extremely excited because that was the low in the market, guys. You get rewarded quite well for these moves in terms of the low in the market. Luke in the house. What's up, Luke, my man? How's it going, man? Luke, it's good to see you, man. What's going on? Boom, 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 boom. Let me put this, Luke. Bam. There we go with some trophies. What's up? Nice to see you, Luke. VIP in the house. What's going on, man? Bam, bam. There we go. And Luke, I know you're paying attention to pattern dynamics in terms of everything we're trying to put together for 2022 to be that year where we can learn to kind of master the time element. Luke, check out, if you haven't seen so far, look at him. There's Sean. He's with it. He's got his book. Now we know. It's like, okay, at least we know he's got the answer now. He can't do this anymore. He's got the answer. Looking at some small trades, 47% today. Not bad. The coolest thing I saw, guys, I shouted out to Richard. You guys check this out. Richard Rios. Okay, Richard Rio, former U.S. military. Everything great, cool guy, etc., right? What did he do? He had training today. He had training, and so what he decided to do was just quickly before he went to training, bam, he books a 58% trade. Exactly what I was talking about, right? Limited time with the market. This is on L-Bank. You guys know that. Limited time with the market. Richard just powers in this morning. Congratulations, Richard. That is just so cool. Like, so incredibly cool. Another 40%. That was 40%, 58%, 47%. And, man, I don't know where where's the other one? Hold on. We're missing one here. This is we can't miss this one. There's a big one that we're missing here. Watching the support line attempt to pick up in that zone. Taking a look at well, this isn't good. Let me find, guys. We're incomplete right now. I have to tell you guys, this is completely incomplete so far. I have to update a specific return in the back. Let me see if I can find this. And probably a few that didn't get updated. But this one specifically, I think, is very important. Here we go. This, in terms of L-Bank, I'm not sure I shared this. There we go. There's one for 122%. There we go. That's a nice one with the shades on. We found the shades. What's up? That was one from, I think I thought I shared that with you guys earlier on. That was one that I hit on I believe it was on GMT. Yeah, GMT. Along the way, 122%. So a lot of returns there in terms of VIP, etc. That 122% is a nice one, but the 50% is as nice as the 40%, guys. If you can sit down and book a trade, never be greedy. You guys know that, and always have backup stacks, guys. In terms of if you're really hitting that throttle, in terms of the leverage, guys, you have to have backup stacks. You will burn through a rack with zero problem. You guys will. You need to learn to expect that and plan for that if you're on heavy leverage, but it changes the game, guys. It changes the game. If you're working on heavy leverage, you don't need that capital exposure. You don't need that heavy capital exposure, guys. It's really something that I look forward to you guys mastering, and it just includes sometimes, like with your whole account, just take away a decimal, right, in terms of what you're used to trading. Like just understand, if you burn through a rack, I would say, in terms of your position, the entirety of it. If you're trading with 5Gs all the time and you burn through 5Gs on leverage, like you may hit a few and like, whoa, look at this return. Just understand, guys. Understand that it's not going to feel good when when you burn through that rack of 5Gs just in no time. And if you're heavily invested in the market, if you have your strategies down between the bedrock approach, we always talk about this big overall big picture bedrock approach. We have I'd say the leverage approach, which keeps us going, guys. You got to master that market, and nobody here tell me you cannot do it. That's the other thing. I don't want to hear anybody in this group, and this is very important. I don't want to hear anybody in this group say, "Oh, I can't do that. I'm not a good enough trader to do leverage." No, guys, not the case, not the case. Now you can scale down on your leverage. You could work on some different components of it as we would look at BTC indeed trying to pick up on this line of support here to create this battle between the bulls and the bears, this descending triangle with a potential ascending line of support. That flat top here could have a save in here, a little bit complicated with this top line formation, some negative pricing on the start of the day. And let's see what we got here. GMT pouring down through to that 200. It hadn't touched the 200 in a while. You guys always need to be prepared for that. When you see that something hasn't contacted that 200 in a while, we're kind of suspended up and above. Just be prepared for that. Every now and then you may want to go down and test it, right, in terms of that 200 exponential moving average. That's on the 5-minute there. But great price action. GMT was up again, guys. Just out of the starting gate, it was just it was a little slow yesterday, but we woke up and it's just like, okay, it's another day for GMT. Some of the other coins we can cover today a bit in terms of that. Just GMT is not at its top side target yet. It may take some time to get there. If it chooses to get there, there's no guarantee. I'm just telling you guys, it's a sweet pattern right there. That is a sweet monster mamma jamma pattern, right? It's just nice. Okay, so in terms of the upside target, let's measure real quickly. Out of the starting gate, the amplitude of that specific triangulation in play, beautifully met. That was the first kind of big hitch there. And the additional move to the upside, we would hope to get, let's see, an additional, let's see, 17, almost 17% out of it, guys. It could always overperform as well, but 17% is indicated. So we're going to be watching for some additional pattern formation on the top. And I just tell you guys, I want to talk about some details tonight in terms of the signals that the market is sending you, right? If you're just tuning in, yeah, we had a lot of these today. Like 122% was nice. I killed that over breakfast, guys. Just 122%, very nicely done. In terms of additional, just 40%, 50%, 60%. Look at Richard Rio. Just bam, before his school, before his class, etc. He was going into. Just look at what he got. Just boom, 58%. Just booking trades, limited time with the market, and bam, learning to quickly interface. And Richard, bam, way to go, brother. Way to go. I'm really excited to see that. And you guys know, always, we discussed the parameters in terms of, I told people last night, like, 100 rounds, literally like 100 rounds. Like, make sure you have 100 rounds in you. Okay, I'm telling you, not 12. You don't need 12 rounds. You need, like, literally like 100 rounds of what you're going to be trading. After that time period, guys, I think you're really going to see the market a lot differently. You're going to be able to interact with it better, and you need that discipline up front, without a doubt, guys. You need that discipline up front. Looks like on GMT, what's that strategy we've been using with the carry down function of resistance to that level of support? Looks like it's engaging potentially for a bull flag, just potentially, guys, right now in line with that 200 exponential moving average. Nice, like very nice picture that we're seeing develop there on GMT. Rune just shared this with the guys in the back. Let's see this on Rune before, and if you guys are not VIP, you need to join VIP, period, guys. It's a good group. We have a good time. Looking at Rune was kind of pushing threshold up in with line with this pattern here at 834. Let's look at 834, and you got up at 834. Big time, guys. Nice confirmation move to the upside. Another 4% on Rune. It's moving, guys. It's moving. Those are good trades. You guys know, huge trades. As you look at booking positive price action, it's great. Let's look at Luna. A little bit of negative price action with BTC as well. Had a symmetrical triangulation here, up and out, and we're getting knocked off the top just a touch there. Would have liked to at least, kind of my goal, just to let you guys know, anytime I see a potential ascending wedge, right? I'll just tell you, anytime I see a potential ascending wedge, not only do I want to define it, but I'll tell you that it is incorporated into kind of my goal, right, for the coin. Like if I see an ascending wedge like this, ascending line of resistance with a flat top support constricting with that line of resistance, I like to reach that line of resistance. Okay, it's nice to see the resistance as a target, right? Not just as a limiting factor, but it's nice when the coin will perform up to that level of resistance when we do identify a rising wedge. Just very important for me to see that as in the operation of the coin. I just look for that frequently, so I'll just share with you guys that I do look for that. It's not a requirement. It's not a necessity. It's not anything other than the fact that the way I'd like to see a coin perform is ultimately up and above this top line of resistance on the wedge. That shows me a lot of strength in the coin to the extent that you can definitely foresee price action up and above the resistance, and that's characteristic of what you're trading. It's indicative the bulls just can't quit, right? So I like to see that. So that is. Here, that is Luna. We've got quite a few coins to go over today. I may even need to start up, to tell you the truth. I need to start up a secondary screen just so that we have it going. Let me see. That was from Harris. I made a joke last night on Harris in terms of don't go to Harris with your leverage trading. It's right. It was like I think it's a casino that's going out of business. It's like, nah, that's not the strategy. And I told you guys is make sure you've got 20 times whatever you're trading. Make it comfortable, guys. Make it comfortable. Book those positive trades. I want to see those. A shout out to Richard in the morning. He smoked it. Exactly what needs to be done. You guys know this, just exactly. And shout out, what's up, Sean? I gotta feature that again. That's awesome. That is VIP right there. You're going to be so much happier once you read it. Excited to see you're already happy, but wait until you get into the first 60, 70, 80 pages. Look at that, 122% with the shades on. Boom, nice return right on leverage. That's the way to do that, guys. In terms of Richard, where was Richard? That was mine. Where was Richard up here? I know. Shout out to Torque. Torque was hitting small trades, getting in on the action, learning leverage and learning the right way, I'd say. Let's see what we got to do. And Freddie's saying he's encouraged. Another 47%. What was this here? There we go. Richard this morning at 10 o'clock in the morning, just 58%. And nothing wrong with that, guys. 58% just here. Bam. Right before I need to go to school, right before I need to do what I need to do in terms of the certifications he's going through right now. It just nails it. So, yeah, definitely shout out to Richard again. Boom. That's what you do. You just schedule in, you tie in the market just real quickly in terms of the technicals. You see what's there. If there's a good trade, you take it. Never forced in your trades, guys. Never pushing the technicals. Never a need to trade ever, guys. You don't need to trade in the morning. But if you see a technical that is really highly consistent, highly probable, you dive into it. You trade. That's what we do. And so those opportunities may be there. You may find 2 or 3 days that it doesn't feel like it's really there. No worries, zero worries in terms of like there is no requirement to trade. But when it's there and you're there, that's the idea. Okay, you take advantage of those opportunities. So congrats to Richard there and all the VIP. Hope you're doing well. We're going to be looking at some different coins. I mentioned that already, and I see this. I think that Freddie has said something on one screen. I see it, but I don't see it on my cell phone yet. This darn cell phone. Okay, let me see what we got. And, yo, what's up, Pete Crypto Gypsy? We would welcome you to join our VIP, without a doubt. We've been trading GMT heavily. Just so that you know, you should join our VIP. And just so you know, that's one return. We got so many of these. Honestly, I got so many of these to share with you guys. 122%, just hitting these on leverage. And I invite you to definitely hit up on L Bank. I'm going to show you the link to L Bank, and I'll put that as the pinned tweet just because, guys, we like it. We like it a lot. I know you've been trading on X, Y, or Z. Some of you guys are trading internationally on something that doesn't make sense because I don't think it's really approved, right? This makes sense. It's local, domestic, U.S. driven, or U.S. approved. I'll say it right now. It's a nice exchange. I'm going to put 50. Let me just put L Bank in the top. And you guys can, definitely take that link from the top. And I'll tell you guys, it's a smooth platform. You're going to like it. You're going to like it, guys, definitely, without a doubt. And VIP are definitely liking it right now. They definitely like it. So, Pete Crypto Gypsy, if you trade, we welcome you in the VIP, period. We welcome you to join our VIP, and that's top level of membership. We charge like $100 a month to make sure you want to be in it, period. And that's access to the rooms in the back with the charts and the signals and all this talking, etc. It's just VIP, man. So, and this space is for VIP. So just to let you know that, appreciate it. You'll see all the badges next to everybody's name with Luke, etc. I'm Bitcoin Spike right there, and we said that because we caught the low in terms of the back. Just to let you guys know, if you were watching our videos, I don't think people recognize this, or they don't really care that much. You guys need to at least pay attention to this as you trade on leverage. It shows me that you guys know what you're doing. And period, guys, or anyone who does it, this doesn't make any a big deal to or anything else, guys. You got to pay attention when I'm talking about. We caught this in the back right here on the retrace 2021. That's a big deal, guys. That's a big deal to catch the very, very bottom. I'm talking about the very, very, like down to the last few dollars, right? Down to this very bottom. Huge deal on leverage. If you trade leverage, you know the price can't move against you. So to find that specific bottom right there, huge. I'm talking down to the 3 minute time frame, down to the minute time frame. Bam, literally the bottom. So when we hit this target right here, what's the importance of hitting this target? Just the video from a few days ago, guys. The point is, bam, you hit target and you didn't have that was the bottom. That was the level that we struck, maintained, and boom, went to the upside. That's a leverage move, right? In terms of that, a leverage opportunity. So yeah, that's why we started calling the station Bitcoin Spike. And just to to reinforce that, the importance is you become directional immediately after that. You're directional. You don't have any more volatility washing out your trade, right? You set the bottom, boom, and you're up to the top. So up to your comfortable level of leverage, etc. But it maximizes it creates a capital efficiency. Is what it does. Bottom line is a capital efficiency, right? Your capital requirement goes down when you use leverage, right? And it's just that's an important efficiency. Or if you're using the same amount of capital, you're creating a larger upside for yourself in terms of your trade. So it's a very integral part of trading, and I just encourage you guys to take these into account. What I'm saying, like we caught in summer 2021, we caught the low, the absolute low, right? On this, we just hit this target. The low target, right? It's a big deal when you guys trade leverage. There's not as much room for error, right? And in terms of spot, if you guys choose to trade spot, part of maybe your kind of your bedrock approach, right? In terms of taking advantage of the cyclicals of your altcoins, or let's say even your trades on Bitcoin, etc. There's no problem with that. I don't ever say, well, you have to trade leverage. It's just from a standpoint of your skill set that I see you demonstrate. It more than appears that you guys, you're already doing that on a 5L or 3L basis. You're already trading on leverage. You already have the work kind of cut out in front of you that you're hammering into. So you can say, well, I don't want to do that. It doesn't make a lot of sense, guys. I'm going to tell you guys that it just doesn't make a lot of sense. You have the skill set and you're already doing it. So, I would prefer to see you guys step the game up in 2022. It's going to be necessary, period, for you guys to, I think, really achieve some dramatic, incredible results for yourself. I'm just going to say that. I really want to see those dramatic, incredible results. Sounds like a bunch of, I don't know, maybe you guys know some people who've made some really good money. Oh, who's at the bottom there? Ooh, that's Josh, $1 million. Interesting. I wonder how Josh did with all that. I don't know. He's $1 million champ. He made $1 million. I don't know. I think he's real busy spending his $1 million, guys. He's having a good time. So in terms of that, I'll just let you guys know, small amounts of cash with huge returns, okay, are possible. Okay, I'll just tell you guys, in terms of the trade technique, it requires precision. Okay, precision. Looking at GMT, and you got to have backup. If you're playing 50x on something, you got to be wise with your approach. You got to be really plugged into the lower time frame. A 5% drop on on your 20 is too much in terms of GMT right now. You guys know that, but you got targets all the way down to this level in terms of your pickup zones here. So when you look at this on GMT, bam, looking at your specific Fibonacci's into this zone, and we could go to the candle wicks. Let's see what we got on candle wicks. You're pushed down past the 50% retracement, and that's no I'd say that's it's not exact. I'll say that with it's inexact. I'd like it to see the 61.8 to the 65th. So I'd actually like to see it a little bit lower, believe it or not, just to encapsulate that golden pocket, because I know that there are orders waiting there. Looks like we got interrupted by that 200 exponential moving average right here. So that would be expected as well. In that 5 minute, they're pretty consistent. You'll see that price has been clinging to those on the orange, the 100. Right, and then making contact with that 200. So looking at some additional coins, I want to go through some additional coins to see what our framework is in terms of going forward. But that bull flag could be indicated on GMT. Would be another incredible day tomorrow. Would love to see that. Rune, again, congrats to VIP, anyone who traded in the back when I brought Rune. You guys, good job. And there's that 122% gain. Looking at Rune, shout out to Sean one more time. There you go. Rune is brought to you guys back here. Bull pennant, right? Move to the upside, symmetrical consolidation. Boom, we're up and out of that, guys. Very, very nicely done. Look at Rune. I think this is interesting. If you guys look at this real quickly, just do an analysis. Preceding low, you see the breadth of this, the amplitude of this, right? Look at the current, the breadth of this, the amplitude. Yeah, we're dealing with like a big time double bottom on the left. We're dealing with kind of a micro double bottom here on the right. To the extent that that would still allow us to come back up into threshold to, to get within some sort of a symmetrical triangulation, etc. That would be nice. We'd like to recapture the entirety. Just looking at the time frame here, the 4 hours right here, that it would just be nice to make progress back up to at least where we were prior there too. So always paying attention to technical indicators like this, the breadth, the amplitude, right? Much more constricted in terms of that pattern formation right now that we're looking at in the market. So I'm noting that on Jasmy right now, and I'm going to set up a side screen with some additional details that we can go over with another maybe potential second set of coins that we can refer back to and forth, because we had a lot of nice movers yesterday. So I want to put those top movers on another sheet if Trading View will let me. I do have the premium edition, top level, etc., and we're going to have to see how this works. I'm going to have to save this one here. Let me save that version that's on the screen right now, and let me dig into the next this next version here on the right hand side, and then we can switch screens, I suppose, guys, if you would want to. I mean, it's quite a bit, but Linear did pretty well. You guys know Linear did well. We have some different coins that have done well. I don't want to completely change all of the arrangement here. I like that we're focused on USDT.D, on Dogecoin, on Bitcoin, on SHIB. It would be nice to see SHIB move. It's like, come on, man. Come on, SHIB. You got something in you. It's like it's playing kind of possum right now. It's just kind of rolled over. We're waiting for that top line resistance on your top right. Top line resistance to potentially get busted to the upside. SHIB likes to wait. Just be patient. SHIB likes to wait. OGN has been, Origin Protocol has been up and out for a while. And these are just patterns that we focused on. Luna got up and out from a target dynamic that we had discussed in terms of an amplitude move down. Rune, we discussed, brought that to the group in 2021. It has traded very well. Looks like GMT may be making some additional progress down. We will see. It's difficult, guys. I'm going to let you know, if you're trading on leverage, it's difficult to hammer in and trade on the way down. If you're long on the way down, it's difficult. Please note that. If you're trading on the way down, it's difficult. I just tell myself, anytime I look at it, guys, unless you're short, just don't trade down. Period. Don't trade down. Don't do it. I'm going to tell you guys, just don't do it, okay? In terms of when you find yourselves doing it, you're going to find yourself, I'm going to say, if you're long, you're going to find yourself not booking positive trades. Don't trade down, okay, if you're long, okay? If you're short, and just, I say this with shorts, the market can be kind of particular about who it wants to, who it wants to allow to short. Sometimes some people have some success on shorts, and other people it's not so friendly. So I just bring that up for you guys, okay? In terms of that, sometimes it's friendly, and sometimes it lets everybody short, and other times, like, no, it's not going to let everybody short. It don't want to let you short. This is my experience, guys, with the market. There's no rhyme or reason for that rule other than experience. I'm going to tell you guys that. It's just the market sometimes is very, very particular about who it allows to really have successful shorts. It's just, and if you'll pepper them in along the way, people can have success. But when you're going full throttle, you should definitely pay attention to the fact that, it's kind of picky sometimes. The market doesn't want you to really engage in a huge short. Like, all right, point taken. You need to get to that point. It's like, I understand that. It's just tricky sometimes. Not that you can't, guys, but some of that may also deal with the fact that a lot of times you're long instead of short. And when you flip the script, it's just like it's as much as you're trying to master both ends of the spectrum, it's not always as easy as it seems. So sometimes it could be just the market doesn't want to produce champs in terms of people who short. Sometimes it may just be the fact, well, you're not normally doing that, right? So people specialize in shorts. So you guys know that. So look at the pickup right now on BTC. Then I do have a secondary list we're going to go through so you guys can be exposed to the top movers in the market from yesterday. GMT was one of them, but we'll go through Linear, Jasmy, Synthetic, StoreJ, XCAP, just real quickly, Immutable X, and we'll go through Ape Coin. Okay, so we're going to go through those. In addition, Looks also was amongst the runners, so we'll go through those coins in addition to what we have now to make sure we do a full rundown. Want to shout out to Angel, my man. Appreciate those photos. What's up? What's up? Very nicely done, sir. May I get the card order for you, sir? Very nice done. Nicely done. Just impressive photos, huh? He with his family, everything else. Looking good, looking sharp, dapper. In terms of top line, resistance is flat. We like this on the 5-minute BTC. Talking about the potential for an uptick here in terms of this rising level of support. Guys, people get excited about this. I'm going to get excited about this to the extent that that you're trading. VIP gets excited about this. I want to let you guys know, is a trade potentially indicated from a developing ascending triangle? We'd love to see it. Is one indicated right now? No. I'll tell you guys no. Is there a trade indicated right now? No, there is not. If we can establish a flat top line resistance, I say an additional movement towards that, then yes, we would have a contradiction in play, but we would have the flat top resistance along the top with 1, 2, 3 hits on the 5-minute. We would have this ascending line of support. We'd be ready to trade. Okay, so we're going to be watching that. In terms of BTC, the pinned tweet at the top, you guys know you will have up to 125 times leverage. Let me see what we got. We got looking for an exit. Give it a while back. Way to go. Very nice. You're currently 8.5% on near 3L. Looking for an exit. London gave it to us a while back. VIP. Way to go. Yeah, near is on the map as well, without a doubt. Near is definitely on the map. We can definitely take a look at near real quickly because it did get up and out. Way to go, Freddie. That's exciting to see. It's a nice trade. And you're on a 3. That's good risk management. Let's see what near is on. And I want to know, Freddie, what exchange are you on? I want to know which exchange that's on, just because I'm curious of that. Which one is accommodating your 3L position? I don't know the answer to that question, so I'd like to know which exchange that is on. That's a good entry. We're going to look at that just in terms of when I hear that information in terms of which exchange you're on. I'd like to hear what that is. Let's look at the additional coins that went really through the roof and. Probably on LBank. I would imagine you're on LBank. We'll look at near as soon as I get that info back. I'm excited that you got a little accommodation at work. Thank goodness I saw that. And you're like, hey, Freddie's at home. Freddie's with VIP. It's like, yay, Freddie can kind of chill out a little bit. We're going to look at SNX, right? Synthetics. Guys, these coins moved yesterday. Big time price action. Lena from the bottom here. Lena up 40-50% from the bottom. So we're paying attention to Lena, which just had a dramatic rebound. This is the 30-minute time frame. Let's go into the hourly just so we can kind of see what Lena is capable of. Nice range formation. Just very solidly done. We would like to see some sort of and I've been waiting to see if we can see some sort of a bullish pattern here. We just have an upward directional diagonal channel. Bit of a constriction, not too much of a constriction, but a slight constriction there. So as we look at this, let me get into the details here on Lena. Looking for, I would look for a downward sloping channel here, really to indicate pattern. It was more or less, I just say somewhat of a random. It just, I don't know, guys. Technically, it definitely has ranged in this pattern framework, without a doubt. As we would go to like the 4 hourly or the daily, it's just low, right? It's super low. So if you guys are into Lena, that's great. If you guys caught that, not one that we would really focus on. Jasmy also is relatively low. It's not. It was something that traded phenomenally well in 2021. It just hasn't been on the radar. Some people, some VIP have decided to accumulate it heavily in this area here at lower prices. Shout out to the VIP. I want to say hi to Anthony. Anthony, what's up, boss? What are you doing, Anthony? I hope everything's going great, man. I haven't seen Anthony in a while. I know he's in the back, and I want to let's see what we got. Look at Freddie's hand. I only trade on LBank after the gate exit is. Hey, that's nice to see, my man. Very, very nice. In terms of LBank, it's just it's working well. I want to make sure that it is working well. I assume that you were. I think I received some discussions from you that you were, and I'm excited about that. It's very important for us that it's a quality exchange like that. Freddie's a great trader, guys, and he knows what he's doing in terms of the market, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see that they have that that 3L coin on LBank. Very, very nice to see that. Very important that essentially whatever was lost on Gate can be hammered into on LBank. That's very nice to see that. In terms of Jasmine, looking again, we're up and out of a channel formation. Hasn't been a heavy, I'd say, coin of concern, but just yesterday it really got up and out, like 15 to 20%. So we started to pay some attention to it in the back, just a touch though. I'd say on the side, in addition to the other coins that we were looking at, I kept waiting for some really nice pattern formation, and it did beat a, let's say, beat or started to construct at this level. As soon as I saw a flat top, I was interested, but we were focused on some other things. You're seeing a return to essentially an implied, I'd say, an implied ascending triangle here, with a relatively flat top, a bit of an ascension here. I always want a flat top, guys. It's just me. I want an exact flat top and close on the, again here, close on this specific, I say the framework of the 1 minute, but I just want it flat, guys. It's higher probability. I like when they're completely flat. That's just my deal. When the top resistance is flat, I get attracted to the trade. The buyers, it's a sign that the buyers are in the market. Let's look at synthetics real quickly. It really has had a trajectory from the downside. It was one of the top moving coins, so a 30% in a day and 15 hours, not bad. In terms of the overall entirety of the coin, let's look at the 4 hourly so we get a picture. It's down, right? It's way down. It's one of these that's just that's down and kind of needed some heavy recovery. Looking at the pattern formation, and we're willing to, look at some of these projects in terms of potential for trades, at least review the top ones from the market. As we look at Storge, Storge's got a nice presentation in terms of the, we're just going to review this stuff, guys, in terms of the, it was a top mover yesterday, up from its pivot towards the bottom, just real quickly, up about 30% overall from that pivot. Looking at the, let's look at the 1 minute time frame to see what type of patterning has been going on. Looks like a wedge formation here. And yeah, some nice aggressive price action to the upside. Let's take a look at the lowest time frame there in terms of the potential for a micro bull pennant in this I'd say in this zone here, about to try and confirm off of a level of resistance, and we get complicated when getting that 5 second, right? That's a little bit down to the low time frames. Looks like we're about to pop out of an implied ascending triangle. I'll say implied because I would like to have another hit along a flat top here, guys. I'd like to always on my ascending triangle. Please pay attention to this, guys, and not just the coin, particularly the technicals as I talk about this. I'd like to see a hit to resistance, support, resistance, and another confirmation along support. Bam. That's important that I have 2 prior levels of resistance on any triangulation. And please pay attention to this. When I see a triangulation that comes in from the other side, and this can do what it chooses to do, that's fine. When I'm choosing a trade and I'm being careful, right? When I see this, I want to let you guys know, when we're in a retracement or something along those lines, and I see establishment of a line of resistance, okay, a hook in on any coin, guys, down to a level of support, back to a level of resistance, right? When I see a situation like this, I don't count this as a hit at resistance, guys. I do not count that hook in as a level of resistance. I do not. Looking at the framework, if it were to pattern here, guys, that to me is not an ascending triangle to go ahead and move up with 2 hits there. No, I want another hit at support. Okay, boom. I want to establish this line of ascension here, and I'll move this up just a bit, but this line of ascension here, right, and then I want to establish another further hit, right, and continue upward. Really optimally, as you look at it, guys, we would like to have multiple hits, resistance, support, resistance, right? Though, if I can get another hit here, I'm happy, guys. I'm happy with 1, 2, 3, perfect, right? At some point, I want to be up along this line and know that the buyers have tested the top level so incredibly much that we're just brewing to get up above this. Everyone can tell the buyers are waiting, and boom, bam, right? That's the move that I want to capture, not anything else. So you saw right here we had a flat top. I just want to explain a little bit about that in terms of the I'd say the greater number of hits at that resistance, the better. And don't always count that hook in as a hit. Let's get 2 hits beyond that established on the resistance line to make things work. Okay, that would be my technically sound in terms of the information. So XCAD, okay, XCAD on the 30. Let's go to the 4 hourly. Take a look at XCAD. It moved yesterday about 20-30%. Some of these were really due, right? That were really low. Looking at this, looks like it had an ascending triangle at the bottom. Not something we would just focus on. It's not necessarily a coin of concern, not a popular coin. It moves. You guys know XCAD can get up and out. Preceding level, maybe we could pay attention to this fact. It did move 45, 50%. A lot of volatility in there. Dangerous coin to just roll into, right, without the official paperwork, right, in terms of you have been risk certified, period, in terms of this. Like, you wouldn't just want to launch into this stuff, but some good price action. So a nice move to the upside. We'll see if on XCAD we have anything interesting on the lower time frame other than just some manhandling to some higher prices. Doesn't look like it. So looking at looks as well, let's just take a look at these coins that moved yesterday. This is what I do. You guys know I do this with 200 coins a day for you guys, and I know you guys are doing it too. So we're going to do it live here for a second. Then we'll mainframe back to the other coins. Symmetrical. This is probably the most accurate. I'd say technically accurate or sound kind of textbook pattern that we've seen amidst this group. A lot of them are just really strong, kind of reversal, double bottoms, just general category coins, general category patterns. Sorry. And in terms of this symmetrical triangulation, we may have a higher upside target indicated here. In terms of this 1 minute time frame, if we can get some patterning here, that might be something to look at in terms of a trade. Kind of a triple top here in expansion, as we talk about an expanding wedge at the top with an expanding line of resistance and support right on. Very good. Let's look at a mutable X, then we'll look at ape real quickly. Just in terms of ape on is it the 4 hourly? On the 4 hourly, or is it the daily? Let me take a look at this. The daily, we have a nice, I have it on my other chart. We may need to look at this on my other chart to explore what exactly is going on, because it has a nice chart. I'm not sure which exchange is this. I pulled up a Binance. I'm not crazy about Binance right now. I'll go through the details in terms of, let's see if we have flat top. No. First thing I do in terms of an assessment, do we have a flat top? No. Do we have a, what are lines of resistance to support telling us, right? To this line of resistance across the top, right? If we were to look at the line of support across this, I say a potential line of ascension across the bottom support, right? Could we have a triangulation in play? Ape's been a little tricky. It has wanted to play on some of the macro patterns that have been indicated. So it looks like it could be in that process. And I'm sorry, not ape, a mutable X. We're looking at a mutable X. Pardon about that. I think that's the last coin. I'm like, that's not the ape chart. Excuse me. Let me get into this. I don't know how I made that transfer, but let me just get to ape because that was bothering me. I'm like, this is not the chart for ape. Is a Binance coin? No. This is what I'm looking at for ape. You guys know this. We talked about this. Error on London, pardon me. Sorry, guys. These are just the new coins. I'm going through this. Like, that's not ape. I know that's not ape. I was like, ape looks like this, right? We have a better pattern on ape. Pardon me for the error. I'll always correct it. I'll always try and correct it real quickly. A mutable X. Okay. That doesn't surprise me that a mutable X looks like that. It's just, it's not something we really want to, but you can see kind of the similarity. I was like, well, there's a macro pattern. I don't deal with these coins all the time. Mutable X and ape are not necessarily on the forefront all the time. However, there is something to note on, let's get serious again real quickly, in terms of mutable ape. We're not going to a mutable ape. Here we go. Flat top resistance on ape, period. Serious, right? On the lines on the 4 hourly, note that. Okay, the market has noted that. Important because we just discussed multiple hits. Now, this would be a classic feature in terms of the hit into resistance, then to support. Resistance again, buyers demonstrating, I'd say the technical chart demonstrating to us that buyers are present. Flat top resistance on ape. Okay, ape coin. We called this top around here in this area. You guys know what that special cut video called this top here, essentially after launch, called this top. Congrats. I believe Freddie picked up in this zone. It did perform well, didn't it, Freddie? In terms of that pickup from old Goldie, we say. In terms of this specific formation here, downward sloping channel, bit of a bull flag to the upside. Stop out at the preceding level of resistance on the lines in the 4 hourly. Now, the candle wicks are going to tell a different story. Okay, the candle wicks are going to tell a different story. I'd pay attention to the fact that you're in a bit of a confliction between the lines and the candle wicks. However, we would like to see, and I'm just going to say this, I'd like to see this pattern fulfilled for APE. It would be a dynamic pattern to trade towards the top of that line of resistance. The 4 hourly is a strong time frame. So in terms of the I'd say kind of price exploration that we're currently in this pattern dynamic, it would be nice to get up and out for the traders. I'm not worried about the holders as much. Just so you guys know, I can't affect the as you guys know, I can't affect the value of a coin. I'm not going to be able to. What I can do is affect the fact that we're either going to focus on a potential trade or not. I can trade a coin, right, if it's going up or if it's going down. Potential move to the upside. 40% of a breakout of that I'd say that 4 hourly, if we could get up to it. 64% just logged that away. It's not a huge move, a huge trade, right? So back to Immutable X, IMX. We haven't dealt with this for a while. And looking at this line of resistance, line of support, we just went through the diagnostics essentially. And what I would say is that we just, I don't know, it's a triangulation. It's something something to look at, guys. It's something and I'm just wondering here, IMX USDT. Let me look at the gate chart real quickly. See if we have any additional patterning on Immutable X. I thought that we did. Okay, this is the additional patterning on Immutable X. That's the Binance chart. Be careful if you're trading Immutable X, please. Interesting. We did pick up on one thing there. Okay, in terms of Immutable X, IMX, make sure that you're trading on the Gate chart. I think Gate has a better chart in terms of the pattern dynamics. You may need to go to CoinMarketCap.com and find those the entirety of the coin there. Right, in terms of the pricing history, I called out Immutable Ape instead of Ape Coin and Immutable X. I'll never forget that. Way to go. I'm sorry about that, guys. In terms of this flat top resistance, we do have one generally indicated. I would like it to be a little bit more flat here. And now we'll pick up at a preceding level. That's fine. But guys, this is how detailed I am. I want it exactly flat. That's me, guys. And looking at a preceding zone, I want to establish something that's exactly flat. It indicates the presence of buyers. This preceding zone here on the candles, we're there. I'd say on the candles, that's close enough within threshold, but you really need to see buyers step in and achieve that level again. I am a hound dog on that one. I'm going to tell you guys, in terms of how I trade, I am always looking for a flat top, period. For bullish activity, I'm always looking for a flat, any type of a flat support for bearish activity, period. Can I find a flat top? In addition to those, I say in addition to the bullish patterns like the standard, just looking at some returns there, but the standard bullish patterns that we would see a bull flag or a bull pennant, right? An ascending triangle, a descending triangle, etc. We're always looking for a flat top, period. We're looking for the framework to let's say diagnose additional pricing with bull or bear with the ascending or descending wedge. Also, you guys know that. So let's see what we have here in terms of the chat. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. And let's see what we got. Okay, so Rune doing pretty well. We have a bit of a red market here. Let's see what we got here. In terms of those additional coins, I do have two sets now. Those were just the coins that moved well yesterday. GMT was amongst those coins that had moved well. So that was just a refresher on the additional coins that moved well, to look at the coins that are continuing to move well today. Storj is in that category of continuing to move well today. That was a coin that did very well yesterday, and it looks like it is on the map again. Let's see in terms of Storj. Where did we did look at Storj. It looked like it's 7% to the upside, and yeah, on the 15. Yeah, on the 15-second, it's doing real well. We can take a quick look at it just to see what is moving in terms of price. Nice move. We've seen this. This just looks familiar by now, doesn't it? In terms of the lower time frame, we've seen this pattern formation along the bottom before this kind of swung kick up. You guys have seen that at that very, very low on some of the coins that you've looked at thus far. I know that you've seen that in your review in terms of that descending wedge. Bullish framework here. Nice to see some price action to the upside. I would be looking on Storj for an additional kind of a body, hopefully, of an additional formation such as this. When you see the kind of repeat structure of potentially this, the base of this patterning here, it would be nice to see it traject a bit downward to give. And when you say like, well, I went long and it was in here, well, and it wiped me out, which, you could do that on too much leverage. Just understand that you're going to need the drop sometimes, guys. You need this pullback sometimes, and it's always best when you come into the assessment of the pattern. Come into the assessment of the pattern. Is it a completed bull pattern? When you get really wound up in the price action, you're really into the lower time frame. You're really narrowly constricted into. You can lose a lot of, the perspective. Right, and it just happens, guys. If you get into the 1 second time frame, or when the 1 second time frame, really down into the grit detail of everything, just understand that sometimes to zoom out to realize that these downward movements is what provides the buyers the indication that we're in a bullish framework to move up, right? And this is a great example of a continuation descending wedge, isn't it? Because you see that move to the upside, the constriction with this downward sloping resistance and support in the constricting format. And I'll note this, that we have the hook in from this level. I'll note that. I prefer them to go to the resistance, bam, then support, resistance, support. This goes and hooks into support, then resistance, support, resistance. So I'll note that definitely on the it's on the map, guys. With me, I always want to pay attention to whether or not it's playing in the market that we want to hit resistance first, then support, resistance, support. They're a little bit stronger, in my opinion, if they conform technically, close to the 100% that we like to see them conform to in terms of that technical approach. So looking at but it's technical is technical. They'll conform sometimes, and then other times they will not. IOST looks like it's doing well. That's good. Jasmine is a familiar name. Rune, familiar name. XCAD up a bit as well. So we have this other set, just so that you know, this other set of, just for right now, potential coins that may continue to do well. They had momentum yesterday, so we're going to be paying attention to them. Guys, from Storge to, on the top right, to synthetics, right? Synthetics. Could that be a bullish pattern? Sure. Looking at Jasmine, confirming off of that notion. This is a nice confirmation back off of prior resistance. You guys know, show me a prior resistance, right? And I'll show you orders at that level. Boom. Looking at Lena. Look how low Lena is in terms of that top left coin. XCAD, just the coins with a lot of momentum. Looks pouring out a bit. We talked about Immutable X, and then we have ApeCoin there. So just some mentionables. Let's say that honorable mentions, right? We've been dealing with some really solid patterns, and I know I feel kind of the energy just drop when we're dealing with just like random moving coins, right? We're used to the coins that we're used to, right? But anytime that we have movers on the board, I do that assessment all the time, and I want you guys to know kind of the assessment I go through because, the next, coin that decides to move 60% the next day and some hours, it may be right there that we need to look at, right? So it's important to always do that full review in terms of the coins. So let's, what a shot to Angel, my man. I know you had a big day, and it was awesome to see you sign up on LBank last night. That was just really cool. Just awesome initiative. I have to say that. And Cavalry is incoming. I know that in terms of trading, etc. I can't wait for you to get in on those trades. I cannot wait. You're going to have just a lot of fun, and you're going to do really well. I know that for a fact. So let's see what we got here on Doge. That's not even just like me saying that in passing. I really mean that. I'm genuinely, sincerely excited about your trading. I really am, to watch it develop in the futures market. And you guys know that pinned tweet on top is on LBank. And if you're not signed up, it needs to change, man. You got to get signed up. It's the way to go. I want you guys legit. All right, so I got to say that you got to be legit. Too legit to quit. You got to be, guys, in the market around us with the VIP. So resistance on the hourly. Looking at the framework there, we did push on Doge. Doge tried to get up and out along this level of resistance, and Doge is not wanting to budge. Right, a lot of buyers look like they're just capitulating at this level thus far. So why don't we set up an alert on this so we could be notified if and when Doge decides to break this pattern. Kind of reminds a little bit, if you guys look at Doge, of the USDT.D pattern with quite a juke, quite a fake out there. But as we look at this on the 4 hourly, you guys can see this, the 4 hourly, just that the notion of the descending triangle framework, that resistance that was broken up and out of, right? That framework descending line of resistance here within the, I'd say these multiple hits in these in this specified level here, right? That descending triangle framework. It just reminds me of the Doge chart, just to be honest about different time frames, of course, but it's yeah, that nonetheless this reminds me of it, and not really much of a different time frame, is it? Look at this, the 4 hourly. It is the 4 hourly, isn't it? That's the 4 hourly. I just want to note this. That's the 4 hourly on USDT.D, and then Doge. Let's see what we got. Doge would be the 1 hourly. There we go. Instead of the 4 hourly, it's still like still a pretty, I'd say a rough conformance there. Now, and of course, they're designed to be negatively correlated. But do remember that Doge has gone against the market a few times. You guys know that in the last, interesting, huh? In the last several weeks, etc., Doge has had a negative correlation, right? Yes, it has. So bear that in mind. Now, buyers failing along this level of support, negative correlation, meaning, guys, typically when USDT.D goes up, market dominance of Tether, when it goes up, crypto prices go down. You guys know that, right? So USDT.D may be a little bit better correlated with Dogecoin, huh? Because Doge has been going up a few times while the overall market's been going down. So that's an interesting note. We have two very similar patterns here on the top left, and one is supposed to be not correlated with the market. You guys know that. And this is say this right here would be BTC on. If we change it to like the 4 hourly to be consistent, we're looking at the 4 hourly kind of like that. So a little bit different patterning, just noteworthy. I'm going to note that between Doge and USDT .D. Right on the 4 hourly, we have quite a bit going on with BTC. Right, we have a nice symmetrical. As we look at this, just a nice symmetrical, you guys know, constriction, this triangulation. And I would really want to pay attention to this level, guys, in terms of that preceding zone and framework here that we were in, right? If we were operating in and broke up and out of asymmetrical constriction and have caught mid-level, to the extent that we've caught mid-level and we're looking at an upside resistance, like certainly we want to still frame things within the constructs of or confines of the pre-existing pattern framework that we were in to not just to remember, but to reframe those technicals is important on BTC, looking at that preceding constriction that we did look at, that trade to the upside in terms of that carry up of the bottom line support level feature, right, to that top line. That parallel channel framework on the candle wicks was just perfect. Boom. You guys know on those candle wicks, it was nicely done, right? Candle wick, candle wick, candle wick, candle wick, candle wick. Bam, 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 bam. Just literally perfection on those candle wicks. You guys know, huge line of resistance. Shout out to Torque in the house who sold out. Boom. Perfect exit on that. Very nice to see. And if you're new, guys, you're welcome to join VIP. That's your top level of membership. If you're an old timer and want to get back in the back, Torque used to be VIP. Torque is now VIP again. Exciting to see you guys return. And Torque, man, it wasn't the same without you. Got to say that without a doubt. And we're excited to see. I'm excited to see you starting to trade some leverage. You're probably already doing it through 3L or 5L coins, but the ability to max it up just a bit, even if you want to say, I'm going to do a 10. I want to do a 10. I'm confident in my entry, or I want to book a trade here quickly, etc. If you want to book a quick trade, you may decide you want to do, I think Richard what did Richard do today? What was that? Let's look at this. Richard. Let's see if there he is. I have to show him again because he showed us, Sean. A nice book, Sean. Everybody's got the book. Now you got the book. Way to go. And I got some great pictures from Angel. At some point, I need to upload those if he gives permission to maybe we look at some of those pictures. But that's maybe family stuff, too. You let me know. Nice hit there. What was there we go. Now look at this. This was Richard showing who Richard is. Look at him. 58.35 on a 20x. There you go. We got a 20. You got 58 on a 20. That's not bad, guys. That's the way to do it. I'd prefer to do a 50x and to try and pull this off just, very, very quickly, right? I would prefer to do that. That's just me, right? But all within your capacity to trade. But you see, Richard got on a 20x. He did very well on a 20x. He started the day like that. And let me see what we got in the chats real quickly. So we look at BTC. 1 second. Actually may get a sip of water if you guys don't mind for about 2 seconds. Let me have a sip of water real quickly. Looking at BTC, trying to hold this ascending line of support. Although I think on the candle wicks, we're pretty much drained from that. That's tough, guys. That's a tough flat line of support at this level, guys. Let me have a quick sip of water. Thank you very much. Needed some agua. Much better. Now, let's see. Let's take a look at the flat top resistance. Hugely important. You guys know that. To the extent that we're linearly, I'd say on the lines as opposed to the wicks, right? That we're still demonstrating an upward sloping trajectory here. The 5-minute could govern on this. Were we to continue to see a demonstrated upward sloping line of support and a return to this line of resistance. Okay, we have nice hits here. We have 2 prior hits, 1, 2. I don't count this, guys. I don't count that original hook in on the ascending triangle framework. Okay, we have those 2, and it seems like when you only have 1, it's like, well, that's a long time. I mean, that's a lot to ask. You guys know this. I know this. When you're looking at some price action, like, well, you know, we have this here on the left. This is BTC, guys, Bitcoin. We have this on the left, and then we have a hit here at resistance. It's like, well, I mean, that's an awful lot to expect us to have 2, right? 2 hits at resistance. All right, I don't count this, guys. I don't count the hook in. I want 2 hits at resistance before we power up and through on any ascending triangle, okay? It seems like it's asking a lot, right? But it's not. It's really not, especially if buyers are coming in. Just understand each hit's going to take a lesser amount of time. Yeah, so in ways you think, well, I have to wait for that. Well, if buyers show up in the market, you know, you're looking at less time with each hit at resistance. Okay, because it's having to traverse a less, let's say, less of an amplitude to the downside pickup area, right? So, you know, ideally, we're really getting, you know, quicker in terms of the pattern development, right? So this is an kind of extended look at this thing right now, right? Something we're we're ready to potentially wait a little bit longer. You know, BTC, you guys know Bitcoin. She likes to grind along, doesn't she? She just likes to grind along, without a doubt, guys. So we're used to that. We are very accustomed to it. Now let's look at the overall market, see what else is moving tonight for you guys to trade. Storage A backing off a little bit. IOST not doing bad, about 5%, but the overall market, most of it's down in the red. Okay, so pick up city, right? It's probably pickup city in terms of people who are looking at the market for opportunities on a drop right now. So hitting your targets always. And looking at GMT just a little bit in terms of this, we've had a lot of fun, a lot of success trading this. A lot of success, guys. A lot of big trades have been executed on this. Just a ton. In terms of this takeoff, we've been focused on this pattern framework quite a while. 75% in the last day and 8 hours. Is that right? Let me really measure this. That was a quick measurement. I want to really know in terms of this, what did GMT do? It went 70% in 1 day and 7 hours. 70%. Right now, it's actually back down to 58%. Okay, this is an accurate calculation, confirmed, measured and confirmed. 58% in a day and 13 hours. I measure that so that we will have an idea in terms of the levels of volatility that we have, the expressed momentum of the coin, right? In terms of the favoring the bulls, which you guys are, that you want to trade. Some of you guys will short, I know that. We just spoke here in terms of this dynamic to the upside. This me wanting to go a little bit lower in terms of this specific framework. You guys understand the Fibonacci's from the point of breakout. Listen, guys, listen. From the point of preceding breakout, boom, initiating targets drawn to the top, right here, drawn to the top. Just a quick draw, okay? Quick draw. We could go to the candle wicks, make it a little bit. Go up to those candle wicks. Where are we right now in terms of that? Right at that 61.8. Did you guys just listen to the framework of the pattern? Essentially, that pattern, I say the target execution there in terms of the demonstration of this preceding breakout. And you may have variability depending on what time frame you're on. More aggressive, guys, the more aggressive you are in the market, you may be at the lowest time frames possible. I'll just let you guys know that. You may want to back off like we did on BTC. Right, and BTC almost required that we back off. You guys know that in the recent that recent hit on the golden pocket. You guys have to know that it required us to back off, okay? Because we had to, frame the entirety of the range here, right? So we had to get into a time frame where we could actually visualize the entirety of the range. I can barely visualize the entirety of the range here on the hourly. And the hourly would have been, I'd say, an option, but just given the duration, the amount of time, we couldn't have gone to the 30-minute, couldn't have gone to the 5-minute, 1 minute, anything else like that. We had to be at least at the hourly or 4 hourly or daily, given the magnitude and breadth of this range with BTC over this preceding, and this is I'm saying this for a reason, guys. In terms of that, the last 100, you believe this, guys? Last 104 days that we have been trajecting in this range. Quite a range consolidation. Don't you guys think? What great training for trading. You guys know that. This is awesome. This is great training grounds for trading, guys. I'm excited about 2022 legitimately. So let's see, looking at the framework. If we go through GMT, we go through a lot of coins we've been going in the back. Excited you guys have a little bit of time off for those of you who are busy today, working, etc. Nice to have you here. Let's see what we can say here. Let me put Freddie. Let me know how your trades are going other than near, or is that the only trade that you're in? Let me ask you that real quickly. And yeah, I want to hear what Freddie has to say in terms of his trade. Let's get an update real quickly. Let's see what Freddie has to say. It's always important, guys, when if he focuses on a coin, Freddie he's like that. He'll like dog target, a specified coin. He lays into it, and it's nice to watch him operate. He's very focused when he gets focused, and he's a good trader. He was January champ a while back, weren't you, Freddie? That's a nice. You have that on your resume. If you never need a reference or anything, you let me know. He was Bitcoin Spike. He was VIP champ in January. So, in terms of the pattern formation here on GMT, we have a bit of a struggle for the bulls, right? You got to pick up at these targets. It's just nice, though, because as we've looked at this, a few things are kind of coming to bear here on GMT, and we need to put this into the framework. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I just almost sneeze. Pardon me. Excuse me. So in terms of the 5 minute, we have a near on GMT. We have nearly, and I will go over near just 2 seconds. Freddie, I don't know if that's your only coin that you're in. We have nearly a flat bottom here on GMT. Okay, we have nearly a flat bottom here on GMT. Okay, so to the extent that is important, we're always looking for a flat top. Indeed. Flat bottom as well for the expression of a descending triangle. Without a doubt, guys, always paying attention to a flat bottom. To the extent that we can conquer a descending triangle, they're not favored by bulls, okay? Let me see on Freddie. Near is my only focus, and I just exited in profit. Not as much profit as I'd like, but it's profit. I even more so traded it with 20x. I even more so trade it with 20x. Let me see. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, you'll do that 20x soon, without a doubt. Now you just exited. I don't know if you want me to cover it or not, Freddie. I was going to hold that off, but that's okay. Congrats on the profits that you had. It's near has been a little tricky, but it's been relatively nice. Let's take a look at, let's take one of these off. Immutable X, I had bad luck with that on the name. You're gone, Immutable X. Maybe it was the ape next to it. I'm not sure what I should do there. In terms of, let's look at near real quickly. I like the project, like the coin. We need a whole additional, we need 3 of these. I think you guys will agree. We need 3 probably. We need the ones that are moving that we're focused on, Luna, Rune. We have kind of a space here is flexible. We have 1 or 2 squares here that will change up with whatever is tending to move, right? But we have the ones that we've been focusing on. We have the ones that just moved yesterday. Then we need another one that's got really just the solid big dogs, with Luna going to be included along with, I'd say, the primary Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, Polkadot, Cardano. ADA is Cardano. But the top market cap coins, I'd like to see us really get maybe have another profile that we decide to do that. The problem is they don't all move. You guys know this, right? I mean, it just doesn't. They just don't all move at the same time. If we were to look at, and I'm not sure anyone wants to chart on BNB. If you guys, I think that's still in the top. Isn't it top like 5, I believe? But I don't think that we want to. No one here wants to trade BNB to my knowledge. But XRP is up there. Sometimes people want to trade XRP. I know that Solana also is important. I mentioned Luna importantly because it's going to be in that group, because I'm thinking of the top like 8 to 10 the top 8 to 10 coin market cap coins, right? That we could think about in terms of the market cap, and Luna's definitely in there. That's exciting for me to say this carries forth to the top 10 coins. That's big, guys. So so like AVAX, Doge, Polkadot 12 now. As you guys look at that, I'm looking on the side screen here, but NEAR is at 16, not bad, below SHIB. So NEAR really doing quite well. Really looking at that, NEAR not doing poorly at all. Let's take a look at NEAR just so we can get an update on that. I wouldn't mind putting it into the framework. We have OGN is slow. I mean, it's just a bull flag at the bottom right. What are we supposed to do? It's a bull flag, right? What a great problem to have that we're supposed to be replacing things that are in the bull flag. It's like it's in a bull flag. You want to hold on to a bull flag on the screen, but it's like, well, if it doesn't get the trajectory, the price action that we want, it's just origin protocol. It may need to go 3 days. It's up 25%. Does it not make the cut? Yeah, maybe it doesn't make the cut, guys. Maybe we need to go ahead and move origin protocol over, move to the upside, downward sloping channel. Let's do this. Let's dig into Rune space for 1 minute. Let's dig into NEAR, and shout out to anybody who's trading any of the coins I just mentioned, from Polkadot to Cardano to after I say Cardano, I always want to say ADA to, I'm going to say Doge to I'm not big on Cardano, guys. Not one of my key coins. I'm not part of that community. But from Avalanche to Solana, guys, from XRP to BNB, I'll go ahead and say to BNB, if you got it early on BNB, what a great mover. In addition to your holdings in Ethereum and Bitcoin, we just welcome you guys to Bitcoin Spike. This is London. Talk about Shiba Inu as well. SHIB, a lot of holders of SHIB. It's top 15 market cap coin. NEAR, Matic, of course. We got some additional like Cosmos, Phantom, some different, I'd say local favorites around here that have traded really well. Sandbox, Gala, etc. Working on down the list, right? Just some really cool, some cool technologies to talk about, to say the truth. Some really cool spaces to discuss. All to say, looking at, I have to point these out. This is the good group here. And let's go ahead and just put NEAR here instead of, I'm going to put it instead of Immutable X, just so that we know. I'm going to go ahead and do that instead of Immutable X real quickly. So, yeah, from the point of support, right, from this bottom line support, if you got in past that, congrats, nice move. Freddie, if you got back on a rebound trade on this one, right, if you said, no, it's back up in, it's probably going to, the likelihood would be a move up and out. Nice move as well, looking at that. And this specific push here is interesting, right, in terms of the bull pennant that we had here. It just pushed into the descending triangle. So it's nice to see NEAR move. It's just let's look at this. Let's say just what an incredible mover for 2021. Really got up and out in this area. You guys remember that. It was just really, I thought, a really well indicated trade to go ahead and bring in this level. If you guys recall that, in this triangulation down here, boom. In this level and framework here, it ran like 80% within like 4 days. Boom, just skyrocketed up. And remember that was a nice move after I profiled NEAR for VIP and just for everybody. I was like, I like this. It was before this move up, but I just liked that. It was a nice rebound to that 100 exponential moving average on the daily, and it just decided to just get up quickly. So looking at the framework here, let's just kind of balance this out from the daily to the 4 hourly on this coin. And yeah, Freddie, would like to see your charts on NEAR. What are you looking at on NEAR? This is difficult. I don't like to see that on anything I'm trading. To the extent that it's come back down to that level of support, we would have preferred to have seen the notion of that, of this specific, although money's money. You guys know that on a trade, money is money. It's been moving slowly too, which is kind of nice. It's been consistent, and it hasn't been too volatile, right? So we would have preferred to have seen that specific symmetrical triangulation pick up in line with this move to the upside, right? If it still wanted to impress maximum that it could impress, I would say in line with this preceding move to the upside. Just let's go ahead and look at this. To the upside, if we were to look at this, I'd say the specific within a degree of reason here, potential additional move 40% to the upside. Given the characteristics set of it having knocked down out of that specific pattern framework of the bull pennant and now the descending triangle, I think the traders' expectations, realistic expectations, have changed, have shifted. It's just, I think that goes without saying, guys. In terms of top line resistance, I'd say the preceding high would be indicated. Okay, and I hate to spoil this framework like, well, it's just over. It doesn't mean it's over. It just means that it would be outside of the probabilities for us to see a real pattern completion. Like if buyers wanted this, the notion would be this, guys. If buyers really wanted the move to the upside here, if buyers wanted this right to the top here, this additional 40%, then why are buyers sitting and failing in line of support? Right, that's just that's the assessment that we look at in terms of probabilities, in terms of the structured, I'd say the rationale around the structured pattern framework. If buyers want that 40% of this flag, and to start off with, it's a little bit jagged. It is there. It is there in terms of that move to the upside and the symmetrical consolidation. It it could I'd say pass for the bull pennant textbook, period. But to the extent that we expect buyers to be stepping in, it's just contradictory. It's a contradiction as we look at near and that 40% to the upside. It's just it's not welcome. In terms of this feature here, the flat bottom support, right, in terms of noted, right, to this flat bottom support here, we still saw quite a run and feature up from this level. If you guys remember, that top level here was of note, particularly this specific throw over in that zone, if you guys remember that. I think we were in line with something like this, and then we had shifted that up to another level, if you guys remember, towards the top of near, along this specific framework here, calling the top of near. You guys remember that? The top of near, calling this. We didn't want it to be. It still looked bullish up here, but we were saying it's going to throw over, right, up and over that resistance. And yeah, we did call. I think I have a video on that, and reluctant one. I'll say that because we don't want it to go down against the traders, but yeah, that was the bottom line. It just did. It was technically indicated. So let's look at looks right now on this bottom left. Some of the moving coins that really had a lot of momentum yesterday. We'll just continue to look at them from 8 bottom right near. Okay, with that framework ongoing. XCAD. Some of these are doing well. Still, yet again, Jasmine just turning red now. Looks like Jasmine's in the process of patterning. Lena, what a low goer. Low goer, Lena. Let's see what Lena wants to do on the 5-minute. If there's anything that bullishly could be done from an upward diagonal channel. We'll just keep an eye on it because some of these moved 20, 30%. Yesterday, Lena was up 30% nicely. So SNX is probably the strongest looking coin right now in terms of the patterning formation. We have that downward sloping channel framework, right? Very important. To the extent that we're up and over this specific line of resistance, be careful. On this bull flag, the demonstration of the bull flag there, just be careful. Let's look at the pull down feature here on SNX. We may have a bull flag, so let's take a look at this in terms of the framework here. It's SNX synthetics, okay? In terms of the parallel, let's see here. Where's that parallel channel? Boom, okay? Bringing this to the downside. I want to see that well demonstrated as well could be. I say as well as it could be demonstrated on the 30-minute, maybe the hourly. Let's take a look at that. The 30-minute has that bull flag to the top. In terms of this level of support, resistance, okay. In terms of that, just taking a look, a little bit of deviation here from this top line resistance. So it's an imperfectly indicated channel. The important thing is the level of resistance across the top. It just is crucial. I'm going to bring this up because right now you have a bull flag formation heading back into a level of resistance, attempting to confirm at that level of resistance as support. So if you're going to charge back into a level in terms of, I'd say, a preceding level of potential resistance to support, the bull flag can work, but just understand that you have your work cut out for you if you're looking at this bull flag right now, okay, because it could be a nice move to the upside. Let's go ahead and measure this. It could be a real nice move to the upside. I want to see buyers participate and get price back up to the level of resistance. Okay, let's see that that move back up to the top level resistance. At least I'll set an indicator or an alert there so that we can be alerted to the fact that synthetics may be on the move, guys. SNX is the ticker, and yes, I believe that trades on leverage as well. We will confirm that, but potential move to the upside, about another 8.6%. So tough coming back into that level of resistance. Just want to let you guys know that's probably the best looking bull flag that we have on kind of a micro level in the market. Okay, that's on the 5-minute chart. Just so you look at the 5-minute in terms of storage. Look at like what is Doge doing right now, right? These are coins that moved very well yesterday, so we're going to review them, okay, in terms of this. Looking at this framework here, we have a bit of a potential fan reversal in play. You guys know that we would want to establish a flat top therein. That would be helpful for us to I'd say, let's say, establish this dynamic of the. I'd like to see a combination. When I see a fan potential reversal, I also like to see somewhat of a, let's say, an internal ascending triangle, something beyond the mere, let's say, the merely included resistance to support framework that very likely, generally likes to express itself on the, I'd say, on the framework of a fan, right? That reversal pattern. So Storage has a little bit left to show me. I'd like to see before I dig into it some conformance in line with this was nice here. We did state that we wanted something like this, and do note this move from this preceding level. Let's just measure it. That was a 10.36% move. So let's look at this preceding move in terms of the flat top ascending triangle. Could that be a repeat? We do have a secondary hitch here in this level, a secondary hitch up and above, right? Just look at this, okay? Just look at Storage, see what it has done previously, okay? Looking at the, it looks like I'd say a relatively similar pattern, dynamic, and framework. We do have this this level up and above here. That is an additional level to conquer. This preceding high right here is a difficulty that's not. It is, let's say, it's expressed within the framework of this preceding, I'd say, preceding structure within Storage at that preceding level, which would equate to this area in here. So looking at the framework as it's getting some positive pricing, if you guys are trading, Storage is number one in the market right now in terms of the mover for today. It is number one on the list. So if you guys are trading, congratulations. And we want to focus on price action. Not surprising to see this. We'll see what price action does here. You earned a sub, dude. I got to dip out. Have a good stream. Yeah, appreciate that, man. And just let you know, without a doubt, you're welcome back. I got to tell you that we would really like you to join our VIP, without a doubt. And I will comment to you and everyone else. I thank you always for being here. Without a doubt, you're welcome here. We just preserve that space. You make sure that you come on back and see if you'd like to join a trade group. That's what we are. So we have that dedicated space there, and we just hope when you come back and you're subbed that you decide to join the group. That's what we're here for, is to bring together the best traders in crypto. And shout out to I always shout out to Angel on that, because I really believe that, and I know that about him. He's invested in Bitcoin since $7.79. So this is not a this is not just a kind of another hangout to go over coins. This is a real trade group, and we treat it as such. Membership is exclusive. That's it. It's exclusive, and anyone is invited who wants to beat the market. That's the bottom line. That's what we. That is what we require. Blue collar, white collar, right? It doesn't matter. Blue collar, white collar. It doesn't matter. Old collar, new collar. That's fine. Okay. It matters that you want to beat the market. That's what we are focused on continually, is beating the market. Period, guys. And that's the VIP way to be. That's what we got going on. Period. So, and let's see what we got with. So Lena, Jasmine, we got SNX, potential flag. We got Storage pushing. Now, what I prefer, I really do prefer, you guys know, is additional hits on this level of resistance. This, I'd say the secondary hit without the real pickup here. I just want a little bit more space in there, okay, in terms of between these hits. I just like a hit, another hit of support, and then a hit, boom, and then curl up and out. I like to see that I drew out earlier, guys, for the ascending triangle. I don't want kind of a hit in, then kind of one rounded hit, and then we're up and out. It's just inconsistent, guys, on any ascending triangle. And the preceding zone may contradict, but I want to see a hit, resistance, support, then up and out. Boom. Okay, that's what I want to see on any ascending triangle. That's just what I would like to see, okay? To the extent that we don't have this secondary hit framework here, we just don't have, could we be in the process of formulating it now, or have we stepped up to the next level, right? This is going to be always the question. I'd just like to see a hit, to support, I want 2 hits at that top level of resistance. And it always seems like, well, that's just asking too much, but when you see it, and it's a good trade. Preceding zone did get up and out, and I'd say maybe a bit more of a constriction bull flag formation. We go through the gamut here, but was it a ascending triangulation here? Yeah, I could say to the extent that you can condense or compress these hits into an ascending triangle within itself with multiple hits, and this line steps up, I'd say fine. I don't personally want to trade, me personally, I don't want to trade a flat bottom support with a flat top resistance. The continuation triangulation, essentially just the block, that's not really in the framework of what I'd like to trade. If it does match up, I can state this very fairly. If it does match up with a descending wedge, then it's fair game, period. I think we can all agree with that. Aside from the triangulation, etc. And I just noticed a flat top. That's going to be, and this is nicely put, because as you look at this, it's going to indicate that yes, buyers are here, and we're in a descending triangle, or a descending, wedge, which is going to be indicative of the fact that that buyers could be right, a signal that they could be ready to get up and out of this wedge. Right, so maybe that additional push isn't required. Did you guys catch that? The fact that we have the flat top here, irrespective of whether or not this is a completed ascending triangle or not, the fact that we have the flat top indicates the presence of buyers, period, in the market. And within the framework of a constricting descending wedge, which is bullish, that is indication you should be on standby and alert that we may want to get up and out. So that's the dynamic that we're seeing there. And to the extent that we have that same dynamic going on here, we should maybe that's the best way to frame the technicals. I think that's a valid point to the extent that we are included here. Let's just say included, we have a bit of a different, interesting technical discussion. I think you guys will agree. In terms of this preceding zone of this specific descending wedge, we had this area, the potential bullish formation, included within the specific descending wedge on Storage A. Here, we don't have that. Here, we're just hanging out. We're outside of the threshold of it, right? We're just beyond threshold of resistance, just kind of like, okay, in price exploration beyond, right? When we were here, we had demonstrated within the body of the specific descending wedge that we had a flat top resistance. Buyers were there, ready to go, and boom, nice move to the upside. Right here, we're beyond the body of the wedge. So there's a distinction here as well. We could talk about the implication strategies, what the approach would be on, I'd say several coins. Looking at today, IOST, etc. And I say several coins to go through what are the pattern dynamics that you guys, and the considerations that we need to look at. And as we go through the technicals, one thing that we do as we go through the technicals is we are able to view the price action in the market, period. It's really useful. It's not just talking, well, it's technical or exploration. No, guys, it's useful to the extent that you're trading. Like, well, you may pick up on, a flat top within a descending wedge. You may pick up on that, right? The fact that there's a variation here, we can at least denote that in terms of your willingness to trade Storage J, which is moving tonight up 4%, or not, that we don't have that same dynamic ongoing right now. So just the technicals, I really use that as the ultimate guide. That is what makes or breaks the trade for me. That's it. It's rarely the hype that I want to see, right? In terms of the coin, it's like, well, it's all hype. I want to buy it. It's all hype. That's not me, guys. That's not it. Every now and then, Dogecoin was cool. I got to say that. Technically, it was cooler, right? It had been at that real low level, just that long landing strip for a long time. So technically, it was cooler. Sheeb was cool. You guys know that she was cool. And technically, again, I'll probably say this about every coin. Technically, it had a more of a, what I look here. Let me look at the chat real quickly, see what you guys are doing. Technically, it was very interesting as well. So coin market, let's see what we got. USDC.D, the tethered dominance. Let me X out of this. I wanted to go through those top 10 coins, etc. on coin market cap. Let me X out of that on the side screen. So USDT.D, tethered dominance. Let's look at the lower time frame, see if we can figure out what's going on. We had a interesting kind of juke, right? BTC did this recently on the Let's go to this on the, what is it, the hourly? The 30-minute, what were we at? That 30-minute with the constriction there. Pick up at that specific level of support. We pushed down from that triangulation we were in with a little bit of a kind of a Bitcoin style juke to it on tether dominance. Very interesting to see that, but no, not uncommon at all. Always keep that in mind when you're trying to trade those triangulations. Always keep that in mind, right? So to the extent that let's see, that the tether dominance has pushed into a bit more of a, at least on that 30-minute, let's say that on the 30-minute looks like we're in a bit of a constriction. Okay, we can refine that on the specified 5-minute time frame with that dropping or that lowering level of resistance, that ascending level of support, to the extent that we would look at that as a, I'd say, a push of that triangulation that we were just looking at. We can discuss such in line with the potential for the interpretation that we are in a bull flag. I would pay attention to this aspect and components very much if you're long in the market. Guys are long on a trade. Could be expressing this move to the upside, this downward sloping channel, bull flag on USDT.D. Right? In terms of that, that's a crucial feature. Would want to pay attention to this to the extent that we would want to get up and out of this zone. That's important. To the extent that the preceding level, I would say, had a micro feature in here with a bit of a defect along this level of looking at this level of support here. Buyers, not buyers failing to come in, but the technicals failing to demonstrate, because it's tether. To the extent that the buyers are buying the tether or moving to tether, I guess that could be a discussion for a later point in time. It's tether; its value is not changing, right? So they're going to it. It's a kind of a that safe haven in terms of the markets, right? So when its demand goes up, when its percentage goes up, it is what it is, right? It's that percentage dominance that represents people going to the safe haven. If it goes up, people are going to the reserve, tether reserve, right? In terms of this preceding zone, the point is preceding zone move to the upside, downward sloping channel, attempt to confirm, and frustration, boom, move to the downside. So bull flag indicated in this preceding zone. So to the extent that we're in a similar situation here at this level, I just bring that up for purposes of comparison, right? For purposes of comparison, to the extent that on this lower time frame, on the 5-minute, we have been up and out, but have refused that. Just understanding the preceding zone on USDT.D, just for purposes of comparison and analytics here. The preceding zone had a micro feature of a bull flag. We're in another feature of a, I'd say a within that threshold, guys. Another bull flag. It's not ideal, but it is bullish by design. Looking at this, we did just frustrate that breakout at that level. We have a bit of an expansion going on here, which is not necessarily bullish, just period. Not necessarily bullish to have at all, guys. To have anything beyond that 5-minute still has the dissension going. Those lower time frames do get this channel framework up and out. The candle wicks are a little bit, I'd say anything on the lower time frames, 5-minute would have to hold in terms of a reversal, like a market reversal, or we'd have to come into a different pattern formation on USDT.D. I'll leave that up there so you guys can assess that and look at those lower time frames for the contradictions. Most often, guys, it's not a yes or no answer in the market. There is a contradiction. There's something to evaluate. There's a decision to be made based upon risk evaluation. So looking at the your risk assessment, and only you can really do that in terms of how exposed you are or not, right? That's just that's the bottom line. Looking at Rune, nice rebound on Rune. What do we got on Freddie? What's up? 8 blowing up. Is 8 blowing up? Yeah, it is blowing up. Nice to see 8 moving up within this return to this. I say if buyers can push up to this level of resistance, just keep that in mind on the 4-hourly. Okay, we have the ascending line of support. To the extent that anyone is trading, just a nice pickup from this support level of 27% in a couple of days. So if you guys were trading ape and good eyes, Freddie, way to go, Freddie. Nice eyes. That potential, what is it, about a 30-40% move that we measured earlier on. Glad we covered it just briefly. You guys are familiar with the chart already, right? 35% in terms of that move to the upside. Potential from this ascending flat top resistance and ascending line of support. If you guys want to make your money on ape, You make your money on ape. If you want to make your money trading something else, make your money trading something else. Storage A. It's really easy stuff. You guys can do that. It's like, I don't want to make my money on ape. All right, I do want to make my money on ape. It's up to you guys. Looking at this framework, like storage A is not being real accommodating right now. I have to say, it's just not. It's moving pretty well. It's just kind of ugly. You look at that, like maybe I'll pass on that framework. Would like to see like some. Can you at least kick up into something that we can recognize? Storage A, do something. Preceding descending wedge. This is just a tough wedge to really recognize in this level and say, yes, that's a wedge. It's just, any wedge that starts to look straight down, it's just not like it's going straight down. That's not the wedge that we want that's real deep or anything like that. We'd like it angled about like the preceding one, something along the lines like that we can wrap our I'd say our eyes and our minds around in terms of technicals, right? This one may be that may be decent to look at it like this. Well, it's an interior something framed like this kind of would have worked a little bit better in terms of the expectations of the market. This preceding zone here was a nice one on the 1 minute time frame. Not a bad wedge there. That's that'll do it. Looking at the let's look at the. Yeah, this current one's a little bit lackluster. Just got to see that. It can still just rip to the upside. You guys know that, but it's just not exactly what I want to trade. Looking at Lean is an interesting pattern dynamic. It really is. If we could formulate a bit of a bullish structure in here, it's a nice pickup zone and drop-off zone. Generally, I'm not a fan of upward sloping diagonals in terms of channel frameworks. I'm just not. They don't always play really, really well. They're tough sometimes. You guys know that. Let me just look here. These are all the coins that did really well yesterday. So those coins that did well yesterday, along with the coins that did that are our mainstay coins. Let's look at this. These are the mainstay coins that we've been focused on last several weeks. In addition, some of the coins on the other one, like Near, I think is on the other one. Thanks for asking on the other chart. So we're 8 wide today, just so you guys know. I want to shout out to the VIP. You guys, I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good trade day. We've been talking about leverage a little bit, and I just want to shout out to Richard. Look at Richard Rios this morning. He absolutely he hammered it. Denny, look at Richard, 58%. Just checks in before class, no problem. And what does he do? He's like, I don't know. Let me see what we said. Good morning, VIP. Just came by my class before my class to share this small trade. Boom, 58% small trade, huh? Just before class. Bam, he's in training. He's a busy guy. I'm talking about making things more efficient. Let me tell you guys, Richard can do it. You can do it, period. 47% an additional trade in the back today. Nice to see that. We trade on L Bank. L Bank is there. I think Torque had some positive trades today. Nice to see that. I talked last night about this is the back room here. Shout out to Sean. What's up, Sean? Like that in terms of the is that some Indian artwork there on top? You got a dream catcher up there or something. I'm always on the lookout for that stuff. I want to know what you're doing with your dreams. But anyway, I'm just kidding with you. But technical analysis of the financial markets, that's the picture of the book that we use. It's important. It is written by and published by the New York Institute of Finance. And this is a nice one, 122%. That's a nice one. 50x on 50x on one step away from Toshi. I like that Chinese the glasses, everything else is nice. Looking at the another $8, this and that. What is the important thing in terms of the whatever we're doing? Winner chicken dinner. Boom. There you go. Looking at these the frameworks here, just there's Richards, there's a lot. There's another 47. Yesterday went over 60%, 50%, 40%. Just continual. Book positive trades. That's the idea right now, guys. Step into that framework and make this stuff happen. You can do it. Don't be overexposed. And buy at support, sell at resistance. Trade your patterns and hit your targets. We like those patterns. If you find a coin where it's moving to the upside and buyers are continuing to demonstrate, please listen to this, and buyers are continuing to demonstrate their presence in the market. Okay, when buyers are continuing to demonstrate their presence in the market, a lot of times you're going to be able to tell that because you're going to hit into something, and along with the pattern formations that you have, you're going to either have potentially a fan reversal, okay, that's going to be in play, a fan reversal, or we look for a flat top. That's just it. If you're going short, I'd say different strategies apply. All right, you're looking for a flat bottom a lot of the time. So as you looked at the framework today of GMT, for instance, we really started to do, instead of this, we were looking for flat tops. And I booked one, and then I started to notice a shift in the market. I don't know if you guys did too. I noticed a shift in the market because, I was looking for flat tops and I started to notice they were just ever so slightly angled. Just ever so slightly angled, right? As you would look at this. We kind of had this flat here, right? But then the inability, and then it was just angled, right? So we got into a period of time where instead of flat tops, we want flat tops, right? In terms of the price expression, back up to a flat resistance. Everything was just falling off at an angle, right? That's buyers not showing up. Guys, it's nothing but. I'm going to tell you guys, it's just buyers not showing up. So when you see that shift in the market, you have to pay attention to it, right? If you're coming back into like the framework of a bull flag or something along the lines there that you could get involved in terms of price, great. If you're looking at the condition of the market to really demonstrate that the price is going to go up, it's going to require buyers, right? It's going to require those buyers, and that is best demonstrated by a flat top. I'm going to say also wedge formation is big. We can have some big trades on wedges as well, without a doubt. But looking at that, I'd say the characteristic as you assess the market condition, are buyers stepping in the market or not? Are they pushing back up to preceding resistance or not? If they're not, then how's the price supposed to go up? If buyers aren't present, continuing to push up, guys, how's the price supposed to go up? If there's no buyers, what's indicative of the presence of buyers? Flat top. Okay, so we look at that on any of your coins. I challenge you guys to look at that. Now, you may have wedges. You may have a different pattern dynamic as well. A lot of times within a pattern dynamic of a let's say a specific triangulation, you'll even have that to get up and out, right? You'll have some dynamic there. Let me read what Freddie's got. And Freddie commenting on ape. So looking at that golden pocket. People trading on Fibonacci right now. Are you guys able to hit targets yet on leverage with your Fibonacci tools? Right, this is a 2.48% from that golden pocket. That's a nice hit. Yeah, it's not a bad hit at all. Pouring down to that 786. Are you comfortable enough with futures to do that? You can certainly set a limit order. You can certainly do that without a doubt. Get picked up, boom, get some nice price action. But we'd like the coins that are moving to the upside on that leverage. Just let you guys know, nothing wrong with trading on leverage on a on your targets, hitting your targets. Nothing wrong with that at all. Just be prepared, guys. If you haven't traded leverage, I just want to let you guys know it's good to show a lot of returns, everything else. Be prepared to burn a rack. All right, I'm saying it. I always tell you guys, if you lose a trade, be a man, period. Be a man. I don't want you to waste your money. I don't want you to, also like cry to Susie. You be a man, all right? And be prepared to burn a rack. If you're not prepared to burn a rack in terms of you want to trade at 50x or you want to trade at 20x, or you want it to be exciting, you want to create some cash, right? In terms of that, understand, be prepared to burn a rack. And I mean of your trade, period. Be prepared to burn 4 or 5 racks. Be prepared that the market on a whole may move against you like 3 or 4 times in a row, man, right? As you hone your skills and become more precise, I'm going to give you a Formula 1 car. You're going to drive it around the track at full speed, okay? I want you to stay off the wall. How about that? I'm going to give you a brand new Formula 1. It's going to be geared up, ready to go. I need you to floor it, and I need you to stay off the wall. All right, but good luck out there, and I'll see you in. You'll be going 220 to 230 miles an hour. But here are the keys. In fact, there's a push button. Get on out there. Your helmet. Don't worry about the suit, the fireproof suit. Go on out there. Just get it, guys. All right. Listen, you need to be prepared. You gonna go out, don't know how to drive a Formula 1 car, right? You're gonna think twice about this, right? But I'll just tell you that the example is good. You're gonna hit the wall. You go straight into the wall. Now, there's no harm, no foul here with the example. The point is, you hitting the wall is just, well, boom, that trade hit the wall. That trade hit the wall. That's no problem. That was gone. That was gone too. Well, that was gone too. But guys, you'll hone your skills. This isn't a Formula 1 car. For the example, but I like it. It'd be impossible. You've never driven a Formula 1 car. You're going to go out and drive for 200, for the 230 mile an hour, flat on your, all out accelerator. That's it. And, nobody's going to stay off the wall, guys. There's not a human being on the planet that's going to go out in a Formula 1 car around the track, flat out, and not going to the wall. It's not a single one of them, guys. No one on the planet. Zero. So when you get into a different level of trading, when you step your game up, when you're dealing with different components that you haven't dealt with, and the good thing is this, guys, you have the training here. You have you don't know anything at all about a Formula One car, right? I mean, you've been trading for years, lots of you. You've been trading for months, years. You got the technicals down, procedure, etc. You've been in like a, kind of like definitely in like Indy Lights, right? You've been in Indy Lights for like a year, like 2 years, like for a while, for like maybe 6 months. Like you've been winning Indy Lights, right? And now it's like, well, this is Indianapolis 500, right? This is the Pro Series. That's probably a better analogy, but that's what you're looking at. Like, okay, I've been doing kind of the Indian, was it the Indy Lights? Kind of the precursor series, isn't that? I can trade. I won a few races. You're some of you guys are already champs. I'll say that. So, looking at that, just be prepared to burn a rack or two, or a few of those trades are going to spin off and into the wall. It's just going to happen. It's a function of you learning to hone your skills in the market. All right, you're going to be phenomenally impressed when you book a trade. Don't give up until you get around that corner. I'm going to tell you guys, do not give up until you get around that corner with your foot all the way on the gas. Try it. Put your foot all the way on the gas and get around that corner. Well, that trade went away. Well, that trade went away right in the wall, right? Well, that one went away. You can make it around the corner with your foot flat. All the way out, you can make it around the corner. When you guys book, when you get around that corner, all out, and you're flat into the acceleration, and bam, you are going to love it. You're going to see exactly what you can do. All your technicals come together, your entire framework of trading. You're going to say, man, I could be a pro. I can do this. And I'm the one telling you right now that you have the skill set to do it, okay? So hit that corner all out. Hit it with the foot on the floor. I mean it, guys. You can make it around that corner. You guys have been training. You've been trading. You've been trading. You're ready to hit that track like that, okay? I'm just telling you guys you are. And don't miss the thrill. Don't stay in the semi-pros don't stay in the semi-pros this year if you're in the pro. If you have the pro capacity, okay? Just there's no need. You guys got it. I'm looking forward to you guys telling me I just got to run that corner. It's going to be the same thing. I just got to run the corner, man, at like 233 miles an hour, man. I just set a track record, a lap record, or whatnot. Like, whoa, that's nice, isn't it? Feels good. You feel like a winner. You did it, right? Told you could do it, right? So you guys are going to see. You're going to remember that. Hopefully you remember that. I like that example in terms of you've been racing Indy Lights, right? You ready for the Brickyard? You guys ready for the Brickyard? You want to roll with it 230, right? Boom. Bring it. You can do it. Don't let off that gas. Your approach. Well, I want to do a 6X because I've been doing 5X. Man, you get out there and you drive that car the way it can be driven. Yeah, drive that car the way it can be driven. If you need to, exit early, enter it. You need just something. You mitigate that risk if you need to. But you've been training with some high G forces, with some acceleration, with some drift, some wind, some elements, conditions, everything else. You've been training, tires, warmed up now. You got it down, guys. You got it down. And I want you guys to hit that corner. I want you to go around. Literally, I want you to go around that track at the 230 miles an hour. Period. You can do this, right? Build into it. And everyone that goes into the wall, I'm going to tell you, that's just burn a rack. No problem. Boom. That's it. You knew that trade. You knew that was coming. You're going to learn how to harness that speed, that precision. Is going to come at you and just bam. You're going to hit that. When you hit it, you'll be like, man, this is pro level. And that's why London been saying this. This is some pro stuff. You guys you're going to do well. You're going to get there. I'm going to tell you, you're going to get there. All right? You're going to get there. So, and you're going to see, man, on that Indy Lights circuit. We used to race on that Indy Lights. I don't know. We used to be VIP. We were racing on the Indy Lights. I mean, VIP, but Indy Lights, we pro. We pro now. Everybody know we pro. Everybody know we pro. You guys going to know this. I'm going to show you. You're going to know. Be 122. This just after coffee, whatever, Cohiba, this, that, quick before the gym, boom, boom, right? You're going to figure this out. You're going to make this happen. You need price action. Seems like somebody's been coaching you guys whole time. We need price action, right? I mean, yes, we need price action, but now you guys are going to see, no, we really need price action because you're going to have a precise entry. You want that sucker to move, and you want to close that down. Boom. Yeah, was there more in the trade? Maybe so. Was the Cohiba done? My coffee was finished, and it's time to roll, right? Yeah, that was the bottom line there. Just a quick deal. Interfere with my day? Not at all. Not interference with my day whatsoever. Right? Boom. Just get it done. Bam. That's it. Boom. Around that corner at around the corner at about 200 miles an hour. Just do it. Just handle it. Run with it. Learn how to drive that car. Learn how to work those trades. You guys are gonna like it. It's got more power. It's got more. It's got a bigger engine. It's got that. All the dynamics are cooking for pros like you. I'm going to tell you guys that, and you can't. I wouldn't be telling you guys if you couldn't do it. You guys know this. I wouldn't be telling you guys if you couldn't do it. So I'm excited about that. The link for L Bank is on top, and shout out to Angel who signed up last night. I'm really excited to see you starting to get going with that because you've been doing the 5L anyway. Now it's that next level. It's that Formula One car. Maybe you slowly work up to maybe if you're going 20 to 50x, right? Maybe you graduate into something like that. But I want you to book those trades. I'm excited about you booking trades, right? The heavier the leverage, the less the capital requirement. Period. Heavier leverage, less capital requirement, right? So if something goes off into the wall, it burn a rack, just bam. Well, that's going to happen. Remember, 100 rounds. You give yourself 100 rounds, you already know how to drive a pro car. I mean, just think about it. If you already know how to drive a pro car, you've been training, you've been trading, you've been doing this stuff for a long time, think about it. Well, now you're going to give you 100 days we're going to give you 100 days at the track. Don't worry about it. I know it's intimidating. You're going to have 100 days, 100 days at the track. 100 days at the track, and I already know how to drive this, all the makeup, the technology, everything else about I know this stuff. 100 days at this track, I'm going to be able to do this. Like, I know this. I'm going to be able to do this. I know that about you guys and your trading, period. It's going to be nice. Looking forward to 2022 and you guys making progress like hoy y mañana, today and tomorrow, amigos. I want to see you guys book those trades. Very important. Level of support. Trying to pick up for a flat top resistance here would be a great trade. Let's get up into the sucker. We have the two preceding hits on BTC. Be a nice hit to take on up. That'd be nice. GMT not looking so beautiful until GMT were to give us some sort of structure like this. On the macro, though, we can say, well, look at this now. So I'd give GMT a little bit of time here. Great example as to not be overexposed in terms of leverage, etc. And guys, I got to be honest with you. Like right now when you're booking trades, when you're getting into the framework of bam, hitting into them, bam, hitting into your trades, I want to see you guys in and out of trades. Zero selfish componentry there. I want you to book your trade. I want you to take advantage like Richard did this morning. I want you to be able to do this in your life. Look at what Richard did. This is the important thing to me. Look at Richard. Look, what do you say? Good morning, VIP. Just came before my class to share a small trade. Boom. On his way, doing things, this and that, and bam. There you go. Boom. No problem. Just as the market accommodates you, and you can make it happen. Make it happen. I want you guys to be, always say, able to control the time element of the market. That's what I want. I want you guys to be more able to control the time element of the market, right? And have that function around you more than you function the 24/7, 365 around it. Because that's tough, guys. That's tough. I want you guys having a good family life, having the free time. We're looking at a descending wedge here on GMT, right? Potential for recoup was a big trade today. That was a 2x, right? The previous descending wedge on GMT. Some interesting trades here, right? Some power trades, right? As you look at this, GMT is getting a lot of action, a lot of volume on the boards. You guys know that. 30x. Say you did well on GMT. So that's the idea in terms of, I just give you the example with a sports car because you guys all like to drive. Everybody here likes a Ferrari, likes a Lamborghini pictured on the bottom. You guys know that. Everybody likes to drive, right? I want you to take out that Lambo and I want you to keep it under 25 miles an hour. Whatever, man. You're going to be racing in that thing. So you guys don't need much of the pep talk, but I just want to let you guys know you pro level drivers, just for the sake of the discussion, right? You've been booking trades. You guys are some of the best in the business, if not the best, depending upon who I'm talking to. You're some of the best in the business, if not the best, depending upon which one of you I'm talking to. Period. Go hit it. Get the keys and hit the Lambo. Now, in terms of the Formula One, let's do this, right? It's going to be fun. So in terms of the overall dynamics, Rune, looking kind of interesting there. What do you guys think? 5 minute, dig into the 1 minute. Let's see what we got. Now, let's see what this is. Be careful of moves like this. You go 50x. Be careful of this. You got to do your patterns. Work your patterns. That's a 3% move. If you just, it's going up. It's a bull flag. Hey, I got to get in. Boom. I don't know about that, guys. What's going to happen? It's starting to take off. It's starting to take off. I got to get in. I got to get in. You ain't got to get into anything, guys. You got a rising wedge here. You got to be careful for. If you don't appreciate rising wedges, you trading on leverage, you're going to figure it out, guys. Rising wedge, right? But we're going to beat it. Bam. You just get wiped out on a 50x, okay? And I'm going to tell you one thing more. In terms of a high degree of leverage, you'll learn the patterns better. You will learn how to trade better. You may not think so. You may think, no, because I'm losing. I lost some money. The car went into the wall at 230 miles an hour. Boom, the trade's gone. Yeah, you burned a rack. Listen to this, guys. If you trade on leverage, you're going to pay attention more. You don't have any. If you trade spot and you want to sit there and look at the computer for if we all do what we're going to sit at the computer and look at it for the next 6 weeks. I'm going to win my trade. Come on, man. Come on. No. You get on leverage, what do you got to do? You get on leverage, you get on maybe 50x, you got to pay attention. You got to be right. You got to be right. I see. On 50x, you got to be right. You got to pay attention. You got to do your technical diagnostics. You at least got to know how it went against you and learn from it every time. Yeah. You guys don't have to be right on a spot position. We just double down into it, no big deal on a spot position. We're going to wait. The price is bound to be higher at some point, right? The leverage requires you guys to do well. It requires you guys to get good entries. Like every trade requires you to get good entry. It's nice. Even while something's going up, it's requiring you to get a good entry, right? Catching those bottoms is sweet. It's sweet, guys. That's why we're excited about July 2021. We caught the bottom of Bitcoin. Boom. That's the bottom of Bitcoin. That makes some more sense now when you talk about leverage. You think about leverage catching the bottom of Bitcoin. If you catch the bottom, that's the whole trick in the whole deal is to not have price move against you at all. Right? As you look at the potential leverage situation, you don't want the price to move against you at all. Right? So looking at that framework, you start to get into what we were looking at in the back of 2021. And we go down to the 5 minute if you guys want to. Remember that on the 5 minute. This is the 4 hourly. We're on the 4 hourly, right? We're on the real small time frame down here, right? Below 30,000. This is the idea. You catch it down here and bam, boom. That's a big return, guys. That's a potential big return. Now, you know how many times you could trade between here and there. But look at that return. Say you want to catch the absolute bottom, right? But look at this. That was at 85%. I think overall, wasn't it like 85%? 80%, 79%. There we go. 79. That's good. I mean, guys, you can make some cash on leverage when you learn how to trade the leverage. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys are doing. And Kent, what's up, brother? I was just thinking about you today. My man, how's it going? I was just thinking about you today, Kent, without a doubt. Wish I had your fundamental education in London. Still the best TA around. Keep up the good work, boss. I'm going to put badge. You have to have a badge. There you go. I'm putting that there for you. I know you've already had that discussion with yourself today before you posted that. Shout out to Kent. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing well. In terms of VIP, We will, and I appreciate that very much, Kent. I may shoot you an email. I may email you, Kent. How about that? I may email you. In terms of the entirety of the, let me see what I got on the side screen here with Freddie. Well, let's see, Kent Arnett. I just told that to my wife right now as we both watch London on the big screen. Hope can come visit soon. Isn't that nice? I appreciate that, Kent. Doing well. Always thinking about you, bro. Hope you can come visit soon. That would be fantastic. Fantastic. That'd be fantastic. Honestly, I really appreciate that, Kent. That means a lot, and that would be incredible. We could have a great time doing that. Freddie, I appreciate that. Freddie, I'm saying he just told that to his wife right now as we both watch London on the big screen. Just technical education, etc. Guys, it's just I got to honestly admit that I was just blessed with this, like, hugely, guys, and it's a pleasure. Honestly, as I can honestly tell you guys this year, I want it to be accomplished that I can teach you guys how to trade leverage properly, that you can do it well. That is my biggest goal this year in terms of the market. I want to communicate that to you in a way that you can take advantage of it, and I want to build the best group of traders that nobody else can even imagine. I literally want you guys to be able to smoke the market, just to absolute. You show up on a time and place you're choosing, and you hit your trade, and you're confident that you can sit down and book 1, 2, 3, 4 trades in a row, boom, in and out anytime you want to. That is my goal. I want to do that from me on the inside here, the heart. Okay, the heart and soul of who I am. That's what I want to do for the traders. Is you guys be able to at a time and place that you're choosing, still with life, still with work, still with whatever you have going on in the businesses, and you to be able to sit down at your station and bam, hit into the market and beat it and book your trades 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, in a row. Anytime you want to sit down and be able to do that. Anytime. There's no feeling like that around, guys. There's no feeling like that around, and you can do that. You can do it. It takes work. It takes practice. You can do it. I know you can do it because I can sit down in the morning and hit 4 trades, bam, and do it. It's not easy. You have to be in the flow. You have to be in the groove. You have to have things lined out. You have to have worked the price action recently on the coin you're trading normally. I mean, you have to be in the flow. There's some different parameters and dynamics to it, but you can do it over breakfast. Literally, go hit 4 trades over breakfast, then bam, rest of your day is your day. You hit it on leverage to the point where it's, you made your return, right? You don't have to be slave for 24 hours, like 24/7, 365. You don't have to do that. So that's my biggest goal this year, just to let you guys know that's what's happening. That's what's up this year. Going to make it happen. Period. VIP. Going to happen. That's what I want to do. I am going to make it happen. So you can stand in the way if you want to. You can try and repel me if you want to, but I'm going to make it happen. Meaning I'm going to teach you how to do it. Okay? You can try and boss around yourself and frustrate progress, but I'm going to make it happen. I want to make it happen. From my heart, I want to make it happen. Watch it happen. Looking forward to it. In terms of Freddie, London, you are a cyborg in your genetics when it comes to technical analysis. Appreciate that, Freddie. I just entered a small position on GMT on the 786 fib. 20x. 20x on the 786. Freddie, my man. Did you do preceding breakout or did you did down to the low? Let's see what you got here. Yeah, and guys, I got cyborg in genetics, potentially. But is potential, what I'll say is that I actually, when I was younger, all I wanted to do was trade. That's it. I wanted to trade. Since I was yay tall, stock market. Me, stock market, period. 2 thoughts. Me, second thought, stock market. Most of the times there was some sort of girl in the equation as well. Me, girl, stock market. That was it. Me growing up, period. I loved it. New York Institute of Finance book, just toting it around. High school, just got to read through this 600-page book. Everybody else is like, what are you doing, dude? You know what I mean? It's like, but I had the me, the girl, stock market. That was it. Me, girl, stock market, period, the whole time. That was my focus. So I was lucky in that regard. You're playing for a recoup into the body of the wedge. Freddie, be prepared that it could fail. Inverting this, you know what this is. Hey, can push, boom, can. You have a 20x. He's taking the Formula One car around the track. Good. You still don't have it in that upper gear, right? When your screen turns green, you go to the position tab. When your screen turns green, what do? Bam. You're good. Now, what is this? What do we got? Kent Arnett has become a base camper. Kent in the house. We love it, brother. We're loving that. Kent did it. Isn't that fantastic? Kent, my man. Very nice. Kent's fine. Like, I'll get a base camp. That's fine. He's going to build a base camp. No problem, Kent. Very nice. Hey, what's up? Let me do, I think we have a welcome down in here. I want to do this for Kent. And I want to put this on. I think this is the right one. Let me play it real quickly and see if it is. And that is what is up, Kent, brother. We are so happy to have you in base camp again. It's just nice. It feels like home again. Very, very nice. Let me see what we got. Kent, whatever. Kent is doing very well in crypto. He will make consistent jokes about being broke and this and that if he has to with Super Chat. And we do have Super Chat on. So I have to do Super Chat on as well. We have that as well. Let me see if I've got this. This is going to be important for Super Chat because I appreciate that. That Canadian dollar. Very nice. Kent, we're going to work on trades in 2020. We're going to work on trades, my man, in 2022. I'm excited about it. Let me see what we have in terms of the Super Chat being on. Let's hit this like
How may I help you? Thank you and enjoy your flight.
And very nice. In terms of that, I want to let you know we appreciate you being around base camp in the house, my man. And, what's up? It's been a while. Kent, he's doing well. He's just into some different components of crypto, without a doubt. Some cool stuff going on. Like that. Let me do this like this. Let me refresh this. I'm going to have to work on the audio for 2 seconds here and make sure that we have. There we go. Now I have this chat up on a side screen. Cool. So, Kent, welcome. It's a nice crew in. I'm going to put this here. Nice crew in 2022, my man. Better with you. And thank you for Super Chat. You're funny, man. Super Chat. Boom. And let me say better with you. Now, in terms of the technicals, Kent is a good guy. I'm happy to have Kent here. Appreciate the comments, Freddie. Looking at the Kent, let's go over something real quickly. You want to? In terms of Super Chat. Appreciate the Super Chat. Let's go in terms of you being member, etc. Appreciate that. Exciting. You got the badge. Look at you got the VIP badge. That's nice, man. And the VIP, the base camp's not forever. Base camp is you step up, you step in, you want to move up, period. Right? That's what that's all about. In terms of the recoup move, want to make sure that you have programming algos code, a little more techie. Mining's a pretty heavy hash right now. London, less chat, POW, concepts, and coins. That's good. That's copy that. I'll put copy that without a doubt. We'll make that happen. I will TBD email plus 123 equals done. We'll do that. To be determined plus email equals done. Looking at the recoup, because Ken, I know you're not really heavily trading right now. You're in the hash, you're into script codes, etc. Yeah, nice in terms of that. That bug to trade still is there. I know that in terms of that bug to trade. Looking at this falling wedge here, we'll talk about the expectations, Freddie, into a proof of work, money, mineable crypto. It's great. In terms of coins, etc. Coins. Greed. I'm going to put to greed without a doubt. And we'll get on the. I was thinking. I got to put this. Thinking about you today. Boom. About you today. Period. You came to mind. Period. It was just, it's nice to hear from you back again, like, period, because you were just heavy on my mind today. I'm like, you were probably thinking about me too, wondering what's going on with something. Real dynamic personality. Just definitely definitely interested in solutions, etc. Just yeah, Kent, nice to touch base with you today. After just figured we might just it was a good thing. So looking at the potential for a recoup into this level of support to resistance function into the return of the wedge, like I don't want to put the label on in terms of the probabilities. I'd rather you all trade them and see the number that do decide to recoup into that wedge. Okay, it becomes maybe a little bit more difficult as we would look into the framework of I'd say and we're getting really particular into this, guys. But as you would look at like BTC more frequently, looking at the descending wedge, okay, the return to function. I call it a return to function. You're going to hear that here, okay? A return to the body of the wedge, increased consistency here. I'll tell you one thing. You can go into the wall at 230 miles an hour, bam, and you can burn a rack. When I say that, Freddie, your wife is listening, I used the colloquial like a rack, a stack of cash. I just use that because it's very well known. It's kind of a cool thing to say. It's like you burn or give me a rack of cash. Like if you're doing something, I need a rack of bills, a stack of bills. That's what I'm saying. Like you burn a rack of cash, right? You burn a position. The position is taken from you in the markets, right? So, Kenny, what to incorporate Freddie? His trade, and just that you, because we're super chat quickly, right? In terms of this line of support resistance, we like to see a return back into the body of this wedge. Now, cuidado, amigo. Okay, careful. Essentially, what you're doing also is you look into the framework of the inverted wedge here would be a rising wedge, and you're making a calculated, probability on, and you're entering into a financial decision based on a calculated probability that we're going to be returning back into this zone here, right? If she wants to push up into, and as I turn this into a rising wedge, well, it could continue to go up, right? We don't favor, if we were to flip the script here, just invert it again, and look at the notion from any kind of a bullish structure herein, if this were a rising wedge, just understand, we really normally wouldn't favor a bullish pattern up and above a line of resistance. We just wouldn't, right? On a rising wedge. It wouldn't be typically favorable. Every now and then, though, you'll see one that'll push up and above and continue that bullish pattern framework here and bam, move to the upside. Okay? And as a perfect example of this, let's look back at it. I'm going to keep this in the context that it's in now. Now, let's look at what Rune did. Okay, let's look at what Rune did. And Rune's the best example that we can come up with right now. Let's look at this just to demonstrate how it's not a guaranteed event. Look at Rune, okay, in its own wedge capacity. Here we go. In its own wedge capacity, the rising wedge. This is an example where you would have gotten burned if you had really played on a return to function here of this wedge, because a rising wedge is supposed to be bearish. But leave it to Rune, some dramatic movers in the market where, no, I know, now back to the level of resistance, you got back that far, right? You got back to that preceding level of resistance, boom, to confirm it. That's a good trade here. Just when you think you have these figured out, the market will teach you a lesson about how to drive at 230 miles an hour. I'll tell you, in terms of leverage, etc. And you guys know that, Kent. It happens. It just happens. It's part of the market. Right? So the return to function would be nice to see into the body of the wedge. Rune, demonstrating Rune is Rune, right? No price action in that wedge. But if we would flip the, let's just flip it here. So this would be the concern on the trade right now with GMT. Let's go back to GMT and let's look at the appropriate structure. I do believe that there is, guys, we've looked at this a lot, the framework from the descending wedge to the rising wedge, when inverted, still plays nearly 100%, guys, nearly 100%. There's Luke, VIP, saying, welcome to Kent. Very nice. Kent, good friend, good guy. Good friend, good guy. Excited to have you back, Kent, my man. Basecamp. He's chilling out with Basecamp. He doesn't want all the VIP. He doesn't want all the responsibility right now. He's going to show up. I appreciate that super chat very much. So looking at the framework here, Ken, this line of support resistance, right? Looking at that framework, what's important that we could have this feature At any point in time on any of the trades, just look at Rune right next to you. You see this specific move, this descending wedge here. You guys see that on Rune right in this area. You see we didn't recover into the body. Now the question is going to be on Rune, and I'll just bring this up. The question is, can we prevent on Rune not going into this zone? I'm going to ask you guys this question. Can it be prevented to not go into this zone here? Can it be prevented? I'm going to mark this level here, the peak of the apex of this wedge, okay? Fire is real. There we go. A burning desire to become a successful long-term trader. I know you lost $8 million last year. Ready for war. Yeah, we got to double down. Got to double down and put, gotta have heavy cash reserves. Bam, bam. We'll get there. 8 mil, you're going to mine that in a week, my man. Don't worry about it. You're going to mine that in a week. In terms of the, maybe 2 weeks, huh, Kent? Maybe 2 weeks. In terms of the framework here, level of support, resistance, this would be inverted. The question is going to be, I've marked this for a Rune. I'm going to put for Rune, I'm going to put an alert on this level right here because I want to honestly know, can Rune prevent coming back to this peak level, which is the apex of the constriction of this specified? It's going to be a rising wedge. But since we didn't recover the body of the wedge, pay attention, guys, we didn't recover the body of the wedge. Can it prevent getting to this level, which is at the apex? Can it prevent it? If we flip the script here, looking at this, can we prevent going back below this level, touching this apex? As rare as the case. It does happen, guys. It does happen. We get real aggressive price and boom, you're gone. So much trading occurs around wedges. People lose a lot of money around wedges, okay? Because normally they'll get wiped out. Then they don't want to enter into it again. That's what happens. It's like they get afraid of it, and then they don't want to, and then it'll come back and like, well, if you just put in another position up, after you're pushed on you, you could have been okay. Or they're too tightly wound in terms of, too aggressively geared in terms of their leverage. Let's see what we got. You're tapping into my telekinesis. There we go. I was charting, drawing today. Good, good. Ready to get back into the paint. There we go. This is art to me. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. You got that right, my man. Back on the floor. On the floor. Ready to dance. Ready to dance. There you go. There you go. $1 billion mine. London. We have a much larger power source than we brought. We had. Good. I'm waiting on 6 mil of venture capital to fill farm at the moment. Bam. Incoming. Good. That's good. I like to hear that. That is that VC's on the way, my man. You know that. Boom, 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 boom. VC will happen. You're in the right business. It's going to happen. Without a doubt. I know this. I know this. There you go. Rockets. What else we got here? In terms of, there you go, some Ferraris. Boom. It's going to happen, Ken. Without a doubt. Without a doubt. I'm very confident of that. You got the right mojo to make that happen, my man. Without a doubt. So, into the technicals. Can we not return to this apex? Boom. That's the question. Can we not return to the apex? We're gonna watch this. It's not a guaranteed matter. What else is not guaranteed? Well, the return to. You guys hear me talk about this all the time because the one time, I'm going to tell you, the 1 or 2 times that you go heavy on it, watch it not work. It's just, and it'll be your best trade. You'll be determined for something. You'll be psychologically scoped out to where you want this next trade to happen so badly. It's another return to function. You need this one to work, right? And you'll hit it heavy. You'll do something. You'll operate outside of your discipline, your consistency in terms of your capital regulation, right? You need to be regulated on your capital, self-regulation, period. You got to regulate your capital. Regulate, whatever you want to say. Constricted, right? Oh, there you go. Dubai, huh? Nice. Nice move. I'm going to put this. Nice move. I'm going to put this. But get out of it. Шوي. Sway. That's me saying nice move. But عربي شوي. You're gonna have to get into that, my friend. If you لا أعرف عربية. As if you مشكلة حبيبي. You may have a little bit of issue. That's just me with the the diamond, the dime and quarter, maybe. Take a right, take a left, or I need to get out of here. Kind of Arabic that I speak. It's like I would like lunch, I would like dinner, and I need to get the heck out of here. Like I speak enough, just so you guys know, I speak enough Arabic to get through any country I need to. Period. So yeah, Dubai is a nice place. Ex-girlfriend, I think, is alhamdulillah. Hey, yeah, I mean. Shut off. Nah, there we go. Nice. 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 Boom. So, return to function. Who's in the trade? Freddie's in the trade. Freddie, did your screen turn green? I want to know, did your screen turn green on L Bank? This is the deal on L Bank, Freddie. You have that position tab under your futures on your cell phone, and I would love you to sit there with your wife, go to that screen that shows that you have the return, and under your positions, hit that imagery so that you can actually post in the back one of these. I want to see it. We want to see it, and I want you to do that with your wife because you're hitting VIP protocol here. That's nice. And you may say, well, I know, but it's a reversal. It's through the entirety. It's at we came down to the 86 custom level. Right? It's like, no, come on. It's time to go. Come on, baby. We hit that 86. Let's go. I want your screen to turn green with your wife. This is what I want. I want your screen to turn green with your wife. I want you to book a trade. I want you to put it in the back. I want you to relax with your wife and tell her, this year I'm going to do this with less time whenever I choose to do this, and I want you to master this like Richard did this morning. All right? That's what I want. You're going to master this like Richard did. Here's 50%. Boom. No problem. No problem. That's what I want you to do. I don't want you to have to sleep on your trade, wake up at 2 a.m., then go and wake up at 6 a.m., then get ready for work, then do this and that. I want you to be able to sit down anytime you choose and book a trade. Just bam. I want you to be able to book a trade. Get around that corner. Just pro style. That's what I want you to learn to do in 2022. Right? Hey, it's going to happen. You cannot stop me from making it happen. You can try and be obstinate. You can try and disagree with me. You can try and do anything. That's what I want to do, is teach you all how to do this year. You cannot stop me. I will be unstoppable this year. Just because when I want to do something like this, because you guys say, well, because I always hear this from you guys. You guys know as you're watching Freddie make some cash on this move. Nice move, Freddie. But as you guys all say, well, I'm the type of guy, when I decide to do something, I make up my mind and I do it, and I always succeed. That's good. You guys need to know what I've decided to do, which is teach you guys how to trade, period. I'm talking quickly, powerfully, bam, make it happen. So, I've heard enough people tell me what they're going to do. I'm going to tell you guys what's in my heart to do. That's just what I want to do in 2022. I'm excited about it because I know it's going to happen. Saw Angel last night. So excited in terms of Angel seeing you sign up on L Bank. Super excited. Genuinely from the heart, super excited. And you know that's what I want to happen this year, guys. It ain't for a party at the top of the, what we call a party at the top of the, what do we call, just like the city. It's not for the lights and the what do you call it, the glamour and the glitz. It ain't. And for look at the top of the screen. Hey, we look at this, and we my keys to the Ferrari, and whatever, huh? You gonna give me the keys? You gotta be able to drive it. You do this and that. You have the top. We gotta be able to trade it. We got this position to roll. Whatever we got with VIP, we gotta be able to stand behind it. We gotta enforce it. And so, in line with that respect, which Angel has, I want the group to be just awesome, and it's gonna be awesome. I want to teach you guys how to trade. I've been around the number one guys. I've been around them guys. They asked me questions, like literally in the different contexts we were in. They asked me questions. Boom, we do this. I know. I love this stuff, guys. Let me just say this. I love this stuff, and I want you guys to understand the level of passion that I'm directing towards you in 2022, that it's going to get done, period. Never overexposed. Ever overexposed. You go higher on leverage, you drop your capital requirement, period. Period. Okay? That is a yin and yang that if you break that, it is going to It is going to drown you. That's a yin and yang. You don't break that yin and yang. Higher leverage, lower capital requirement, period. You don't try and build mansions with trades. When you're out the box and this and that, and we're going to set the new, we're going to be pole position. You ain't got you in the Formula One yet. You never driven the Formula One. You ain't going to run a Formula One, right? You ain't pole position now, guys. You ain't Top Gun fighter jet like, number one in training school, like yet, right? I know we use that imagery a lot, different stuff like that. Let me see. Again, I'll email you tonight, brother. Don't blow in the chat. Much love. Yo, VIP killers. You say VIP killers. Man, okay. Kent, email, stat. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say email, stat, we'll reply, chat soon. Let me put soon. Let me put this in here. Much love. Bruh. Much love, bruh. I'm going to put brother. There we go. And in terms of you're the voice of the guy that transferred. Bro, this is just the truth. We're going to do it. Yeah, no, this is going to be, brother. Let me put that in. Mistype. Yeah, but no, this is just what's going to happen this year. You can't stop me. I'm going to make that happen because you guys have all the determination in the world. Where's my determination? Because you guys may not have all the determination that you need. So I'm just making sure that this is the way that this happens. But it's just natural for me because this is what I've decided to do. So, 2 options: on board, off board, period. On the train, off the train. On the plane, off the plane. With the deal, not with the deal. You're going to be around me, you're going to learn how to trade this year. And I mean, you're going to learn how to trade and impress yourself, everybody. You're going to knock the lights out of what you think is possible in 2022. Going to happen. Needs to happen. I don't see any other way around it, guys. I literally don't see any other way around it. So, that's what's going on. Look into lower time frames. Let's dig into it. Freddie, how you doing on your trade? We got a flat top? We're looking for a flat top. What are you looking for? Freddie's in a trade right now. Did your screen turn green, Freddie? I got to know. We got to know. Let me see. My pleasure, Kim. And I got to put go onward. Go onward. Can't. We'll chat soon. We'll chat shortly. We'll chat. Wyoming, yeah, off the record. I know the largest ranch holder in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, is a family and old buddy of mine I grew up with. So the largest ranch holder in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. But if you pull up on his jet, Air Force One may be right next to him. I don't know. It was when we pulled up. Just that kind of crowd. Whatever. Jackson Hole, interesting place. But Wyoming, it's here nor there. We're going to focus on technicals. Would have liked to have seen flat top Freddie, huh? You see that? Would have liked to have seen this. I think Roosevelt was putting together, Roosevelt was putting together all the natural parks in Wyoming, in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and my buddy's granddad would not sell him his land, period. He's got the most unbelievable. He's got rivers in his land. Rivers, entire rivers just cut through his land. Interesting stuff. He would not sell. The government was buying up land for national parks, everything else. His granddad would not sell. Yeah, interesting, huh? Very interesting. True. I won't mention the name here. Just interesting kind of oil and gas folks. Interesting oil and gas. So, Freddie, how you doing on 20X? What just happened? You just went down 1.3%. 20%, right? I wanted you to book your trade. You were in the green. I know you wanted to hold it, and I know. Let's see if did you book a trade? No, that's mine, 122%. Let's see what, now the trade's not over. The trade is not over. We have the level of support into attempt to recapture. I wanted you to book the trade. I wanted you to have a good time with your wife. I wanted you to tell her, look, zoom, zoom. I just went around the corner at 222 miles an hour. Get used to it, babe. Just however you would call your wife. I don't know what you call her, but it'd be nice. I could just see it like a movie right now. Because I see the pictures, everything else. I see you just, with your shades over the side of you and all this stuff. Come on, just get used to this. This is gonna happen all the time. When you can book a trade, when your screen turns green, what do you do on leverage? You hit it, boom. Oh, when you first warned me a while ago. Oh, nice, bam. Bam. Screenshot, VIP. I want to see VIP. I want to see that in the back. Let's see that, Freddie. We got to do that because that's a good trade. That's a good trade. That 86 was in play, and you just got to have, you got to have some tolerance. You got to have some ability there, and it's just. I just bring that up because it's a trade from the 86. You got to understand from the 86. Look at this, guys. Okay, real quickly on the 86, what was it? Let's look at it. How precise we have to be. On the 86, guys, it was almost a 40% trade. 40% trade. You just got to be precise with this stuff, guys. You got to be really precise, and when you get in that 30, 40 category. When you're picky about it, guys, you want that 60, 70, 80%. You get it sometimes. When you start pushing for the 60, 70, 80%, remember this. When you start pushing 60, 70, 80, 100%, you're going to start burning those racks. It's going to roll into the wall here and there. You're going to be a little bit more aggressive, and you're going to understand. And you'll have those days where it's like, I just, triple, quadruple. I just boom, 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 everything. When you're pushing above, it's like the sweet spot is. The sweet spot tends to be, you guys know this, tends to be like that 30, 40%. Just bam, bam, bam. Yeah. No big deal. When you want those big, big gains, it's the market, guys. It's competitive. You got all kinds of people competing for this stuff. You guys know this. All kinds of people competing for this. So, nice rebound trade, 86. Yeah. Nice. We've seen these get far away, too. We've seen them really get far away. Just be prepared that car may go in the wall. You guys know that. Literally, you may burn a rack. You may burn a rack. It can happen. You can extinguish your position, essentially. So let's look at Luna here. Not looking too bad. Luna, I like that. Up against that line of support there. There we go. And everybody's looking at this now in terms of USDT.D. Not just me, guys. On that 5-minute time frame, potential. Yes, we have deviation on the lower time frames, but support to resistance, you guys know this. Close. Doge within. Let's see on 4 hourly. I don't want 4 hourly on BTC. Let's see what we got. That level of support slowly grinding into a little bit of a pennant right here, right? Symmetrical consolidation. Kent, really excited to have you back in with VIP and Basecamp. Always will be excited to know you're around. In terms of resistance and the support, Sheeb, right? OGN, just paying attention, OGN. I mean, how long you want to stay up and out of a bull flag, OGN? Can you get legs? Can you move? Please. Important. Now you see GMT. Potentially off that top line. Not unlike at all, unlike Rune. Just brought them up for expression's sake here. But very similar as you see a rebound off of prior. It'd be resistance to support, essentially, on Rune here in this level. Same feature thus far currently in play for GMT. Same. You see that. Confirmation prior. It's going to be resistance to support. Resistance to support is flipped, right? So, just dynamic looking charts, guys. Dynamic looking charts. Love the technicals. Small moves make a big difference, right? Small move on leverage. Boom, boom. Get in, out. Bam, bam. Right? It's a challenge for you and everybody else who tries to do it. And it's something that your technical skills are going to get you there, guys. Lower time frames, more of a flat bottom here on BTC. We're watching that, okay? And what will I say? Guys, it's been a pleasure to stream with you tonight. I've appreciated the interaction. Kent, very much from the heart. I appreciate that interaction. Something told me today, just kind of grabbed me, maybe because you were on the technicals, but I had the, you say telekinesis, I don't know what you call it, but I just knew. I was like, Kent. I was like, thinking Kent. So I'm excited to know that you were focused on the technicals. Freddie, I'm excited that you went in on the 20X. Good job. Formula One keys. Boom, delivered. Nice job. Richard in the back, excited for you. Everybody else, I have pinned the top tweet in terms of L Bank. I like it. That's why I keep mentioning it. I like it. I want you to experience what I like. Okay, you can do it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. In terms of the other coins, let's run through real quickly the residual coins in the market so we don't miss anything. Okay, and lo and behold, Store J did that pattern as ugly as it could be. It decided to get up and out. All right, Store J, 7.7% up. Not a pattern I would have traded. Now let's see if we got it in any other pattern that was, let's see, interesting on this level. Flat top. Let's see if I got a flat top or not. I wouldn't have traded that. The potential for a fan reversal, I wouldn't have traded that. I would have chosen not to trade that. Me personally just wouldn't have done that. Looking at Lena. Did Lena pop up? I thought it could. A lot of energy. Bam. Lena refusing. Top line ascending. Resistance and an ascending level of support. Any upward channel technically supposed to be bearish at some point. The more that it's angled, I say the more, let's say this, the more aggressive that the pricing is in terms of time spent. Listen to this, guys. In terms of the actual amount of time spent, it can be a continuation pattern. If you're not spending much time and it's just buyers being super aggressive and pushing, boom, it can be an aberration and it can literally, boom, continue the upside. On probabilities, guys, if you have that aggressive price action. But it needs to be really aggressive. Typically, the longer they are in duration, in terms of an upward sloping channel, they're going to want to break down at some point just based upon the economics of the situation. The notion is that the economics of it don't work out. Buyers are going to run out of buying pressure at some point. Okay, when you have a parallel channel to the upside. That's why on a bull flag, we want a downward sloping channel. Okay? Supposed to be bearish, and the angle would make a difference. It would make a difference in terms of that move to the upside. In terms of now, probabilities are probabilities. You have, maybe a hedge fund or company XYZ takes a specific interest and leaks the information or something like that, and everything just all of a sudden shifts in the market, or something else occurs in the market, right? But we would typically like a downward sloping channel, bam, for a move to the upside. That's standard. Upward sloping channel is not indicative. It's not classically understood as being the framework to really look forward to if you want to continue to move to the upside. We want this consolidation, right? We just do. So we note that on Lena. Great mover yesterday, 30%. About even today. XCAD, be watching XCAD. Be watching, let's see if this looks, decided to get up and out. Again, patterning, not amazing, but moving, right? So I just want it on the map. If you guys want to dig into the lower time frames, you're welcome to do that. Near, what I say on Ape, like gone nuts. Ape gone nuts. I had an indication that this would occur. I have to be honest with you. I did not share it with you, but I did have an indication that this would occur on Ape. I did not want to distract from the other coins we're focused on, to be honest with you. That is a nice move from the line of support. Anyone who got into support, congratulations. Now, it's a 39% move, right? You're going to say, man, it's a 30% move. Man, I missed that. God, I missed that whole move. Guys, you go book a trade the next 20 minutes and make 40%, right? You can. Time and place that you're choosing, right? You don't have to hold on to a trade. How long did that take for Ape to get there? Let's just look. Maybe it took what did it take? 2 days, maybe a day. Let's look at this. Let's just measure this just for our own sake. A day and 12 hours to make 36%? I don't want that, guys. That's not on my agenda. That's not on 2022's agenda. Now, on leverage, etc., if you chose to do that, I just don't want to sit and babysit my trade. I don't want to babysit my trade that long. Me personally, I want to get in, I want to get out. Bam, bam. I want the time to work for me, right? And we look at GMT. Nice job. Nice exit, Freddie. Nice job. Nice take in this area. Boom. Nice take. Oh, man, nice take. Boom. VIP in the house. Freddie, what's up? What's up? getting in on the slim. That's nice, huh? Nice job, Freddie. Nice job. We'll continue to watch pickups here. We'll continue to look at pattern identification on all of the coins. I just want to wish you all well in your lives. I hope you're all doing well is the bottom line, whether or not we're keeping up or not. And I want a special shout out to Angel, my man. Much love. Appreciate those pictures and the video today. One special request from you guys. I would appreciate this from all of you, okay? If you are going to send me video, please send me via DM on Twitter. Please, because it'll be higher resolution. Then I'll be able to share it potentially with the audience, etc. I would just love to have that higher resolution video from all of you. Please direct message me. It's so important to me, guys. I really like to see those videos and those pictures of you guys, your family, everything else that's going on in your lives. It's VIP. So, hey, guys, we'll talk to you soon. I appreciate the super chat, Kent. Shout out. What's up? We'll talk in a bit. I'll hit you up with an email. Want to hear about the 7 million from last year, the 20 from this year, whatever you got going on, and let's talk and let's catch up. VIP in the house. I'll be in